Have you guys ever wanted to be fossilized like a dinosaur? No? Just me? Why'd you guys have to make this weird? Well, anyway, in today's video, we're going to be checking out every single way that you can be fossilized. Let's check it out.
Did you know you can't just dig up your great-great-great-great-grandma and call her a fossil?
No, I did not.
Fossil if you're from a past geological age. So, your remains need to remain for thousands or even millions of years. But
that's a long time.
A fossil, and I've got 7 for you to try right now.
Okay, wait a second. I don't know if I want to try any of these because fossils, I don't know if you guys know this, are not actually alive. So, yeah, you're probably going to have to die if you want to be fossilized. If you didn't know.
Number 1, permineralization. This is the most common type. And
hi, Sue.
All dinosaur fossils you see at the museum have formed through this process. But if you want to become a fossil, first you'll need to become a corpse.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Oh, this is awkward.
Scavengers will find and pick you apart. So for protection, you'll need a rapid burial.
Oh, okay, cool, nice.
It also cuts off the oxygen, which bacteria need to decompose you. Low oxygen equals low decay, which preserves you for longer. Over time, your soft tissues will usually still decay, but solid parts like your bones and teeth remain. Ready for begin. It actually starts in the sky. Rain is actually slightly acidic, and when it seeps into the ground, it dissolves minerals like silica from the soil. The silica-rich groundwater eventually reaches your remains and enters the pores of your bones, where the silica precipitates.
Is anybody else feeling like super creeped out by this? Like, I know this is cool and this is scientifical and we are learning stuff together. However, the implication is that for this to happen, you have to die. And you have to die in a weird way where your body basically gets buried like immediately after dying so that oxygen can't get to all of your body and bacteria can't start growing. So yeah, this is kind of like one of those situations where you're only going to be fossilified if you, well, fall off a cliff and then immediately get buried in a ditch. I can't think of many situations where that happens. Maybe like an avalanche or some sort of rock slide situation? Rock climbing gone wrong? I don't know, but it definitely makes me not want to go outside.
Tapes on all surfaces, inside and out, coating them with a fresh layer of mineral paint. Over hundreds of thousands of years, this forms a protective layer of stone around the bone.
That is actually pretty cool.
Fossil. But in another process called mineral replacement, the silica can replace the original bone minerals themselves.
Whoa.
If all the bone minerals are swapped out, it becomes a petrified fossil, essentially meaning
they
turn to stone. Apart from petrified dinosaur bones, you can find petrified shells, wood.
Oh yeah, I remember those things. I've been to many museums in my day because I am an old uncle, and I've seen a lot of petrified fossils, but I didn't quite realize that they were petrified fossils. I thought that fossils were just fossils, and I didn't realize that there could be different types of fossils, but I guess it does make sense because after a lot of time, water and other liquids can get inside of the fossil and then basically start to replace all of the cellular level building blocks of the fossil with like stone bits. And then eventually it becomes petrified and turned into stone, which I guess is why they kind of have like that unique tint to them. Like they don't really look like bones anymore. They kind of look like yellow and they kind of have some different coloration to them, which is, I guess, how you can tell a petrified fossil from a normal fossil.
Even poop.
Okay, poop?
I don't know about that one.
Really?
These processes can happen with other minerals too. Like, here's a cool rock I have with glow-in-the-dark.
Whoa.
And there's also pyrite ones that form shiny metallic-looking fossils. A little to the right. Ooh, a bit to the left.
Just drop it in, boys. And is it gonna crack?
All right, bring it down, boys. More exhibits.
Okay, wait a second. So that is the first way of getting fossilified. This is the second way, amber, which I think those are like the only 2 ways I know that fossils can be formed. Unless, are the mummies inside of the pyramids, are they technically fossils? Because, you know, their dead bodies are immediately like covered in a bunch of balms and oils to preserve the body. But does that make them fossils? I wonder if maybe not enough time has passed for them to turn into fossils, but maybe they will one day in the future. Should that be my goal? Do I want to be a fossil? I don't think I want to be a fossil.
Number 2, amber. In a carnivorous forest 140 million years ago, a bug-sized human is busy chewing through a poor tree when suddenly a sticky orange goo oozes out.
Ew.
This is resin, the tree's active defense, and it's used to seal wounds to protect against further damage or
It's
infection.
like tree blood.
Eventually, the resin fully engulfs you, forming a nice airtight seal.
Imagine you're a bug and you die to a tree. That's so embarrassing. I don't know why I find that so funny, dude. Imagine dying to a tree. It's not even like the tree fell on the bug. The bug literally just started eating the tree and then it died from the tree's resin response. What a dumb bug.
And as a bonus, it also contains toxic terpene molecules, which
Oh,
act
wait,
like a
what?
natural bug spray. So even
Oh, I
if
didn't know
you
about that.
suffocate to death, you're dead either way. Blech. Over the following days, the resin hardens via a process called polymerization, becoming a
Yu-Gi-Oh!
substance known as copal. If left above the surface, it eventually degrades and decomposes.
But what if it gets
Luckily,
buried?
In this case, the hardening has caused it to break off and fall to the forest floor, to be
Bonk.
slowly buried over the next thousands of years.
So this is the other way that I know of because I've seen all of the Jurassic Parks and all of the Jurassic Worlds, and this is one of the methods that they use in order to extract DNA, because small different creatures and insects and also parts of dinosaurs could get encased in this resin, and then it basically just preserves it for millions and millions of years. Like, I am pretty sure that they were able to actually discover all sorts of different animals and creatures that have been encased in this resin, and it does a pretty good job of like keeping all of the parts and the bones and sometimes I think even like flesh and hair intact, which is incredibly cool because then scientists of today can reverse engineer it and they could do studies on it to figure out exactly what they're looking at. And eventually in the future, the idea is that if there is enough preserved organic material inside of the resin, or sometimes also you can get frozen. I think that's probably another method of fossilization that we're going to see today. But if there is actually enough preserved organic material other than just bone, they could technically, in theory, bring back some extinct species. Like there's talks of bringing back a woolly mammoth by basically putting the DNA into modern day elephants and then bringing back like the hairy feature, and then we'll have woolly elephants again. Kinda cool.
In the absence of UV light and oxygen, the copal is able to harden completely over time, eventually turning into amber, which is a tough material that resists decay, perfectly preserving whatever was trapped inside.
It looks like a
Amber
candy.
fossils usually contain tiny bugs like ants and flies. My favorite one is the spider frozen in time attacking a wasp.
100 million years ago?
Million years ago.
What?
Now, all that's left to do is excavate the amber, polish it up, and then...
Magic.
Wow, look at that! A
Fossil.
Number 3, carbonization.
I don't know about this one.
A plant for this one.
Why? Wait, what?
Doing whatever plants do when
Waiting for zombies.
like
No, where are the zombies? I gotta kill them.
buried and the oxygen is cut off. Perfect conditions for fossilization. Over the years, more sediment piles on top, eventually burying you 3 kilometers underground. You'd be experiencing 800 times atmospheric pressure here.
Oh,
Like
that's
the
good.
heat and pressure squeeze out all compounds.
You go from
containing
3D
hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, which have
to 2D.
weaker bonds and lower boiling points. What's left is stable and strong carbon, so your remains are preserved as a thin black film.
So basically it is true that pressure creates diamonds, and in this case, pressure creates fossils.
Basically a 2D silhouette.
Ew. That's kind of like what my friend does in a book.
Squishy
He like
organisms.
flattens the flowers.
You usually find plants and soft-bodied animals like bugs and jellyfish as carbonized.
Is that Kirby?
I like the B one.
Whoa!
When layers and layers of carbonized fossils are packed together, they eventually form coal, which is why it's known as a fossil fuel.
Oh, wait a second. That's why it's known as a fossil fuel? Why did I never question that? That's actually amazing. So a lot of the coal that we're burning today are literally just fossils. They're just old organic plants and small bugs and insects that got buried really, really quick. They didn't have any oxygen, and then they got smushed under the pressure of all of the rocks and the rubble and the dirt above them, and then they get turned into coal that we can burn for fuel. That's kind of crazy. So before we keep going with the video, I need to tell you guys about my brand new cookie plushies. They're super cute, squishy, and probably the softest plushie ever created. They're so soft, I love them. We have the OG chocolate chip cookie, the sprinkle cookie, and my personal favorite, the zombie cookie. If you guys are watching on a TV, grab your phone, or your mom's phone, or your grandmom's phone, and scan this QR code right here. Go ahead, I'll wait. Or you guys could head right on over to BeckBroJack.co. Okay, you guys got it? Let's get back to the video. Fossil fuel. Fossil fuel. Wait, does that mean we can make more coal? I guess it would take a lot of time.
Number 4, tar pits. Tar pits are natural pools of a sticky black substance called asphalt.
You know, I know that tar pits exist in the world. However, I've never seen one in person, and I kind of for a minute thought that they were only in movies. I never quite realized that, well, they do happen naturally on planet Earth. Like, right now, as I'm talking to you, there is a tar pit in the world just waiting for something to fall into it.
Created when blobs of crude oil make their way to the surface from underground.
Yucky.
Goo death trap. Over time, dust, leaves, and sticks fall onto the surface, making it look solid. But as soon as you step on it,
it's a trap!
Stepping only makes it worse. Soon leading to exhaustion, and then you die.
Oh,
Gradually, your
that's
soft
it?
tissues decay, but your bones, which are more resistant, sink further in. All the while, fresh oil is still seeping upwards from underground.
Isn't it
Burning your
really
bones
hot?
even faster. Being encased in asphalt is the perfect environment for preservation. It blocks oxygen and is also toxic to many microbes.
Oh, so you're
preserving your
preserved.
bones almost exactly as they were.
That's pretty cool.
Because tar pits are constantly moving, you get jumbled up a bit.
Oh,
So when you're
they mixed
eventually
me up.
excavated, all the paleontologist bros will have to think really hard to put you back together.
I actually did know that because I remember hearing in a documentary about paleontologists that have found dinosaur fossils in these preserved tar pits, and sometimes you don't know where the pieces go, right? You're kind of like putting together an ancient creature that you kind of know how it looks, but also the first people that found like a Tyrannosaurus Rex fossil, for instance. Imagine having a Lego set with 100+ pieces and you have no instruction manual for how to put them together. And they're all different sizes and different shapes. You kind of know that the skull is the skull, but imagine trying to figure out like an arm from a leg. So it is kind of interesting. And also, too, since they're constantly moving, some of the pieces might just be missing forever. They might have just poof, gone. Thanos snapped out of existence. So it's really difficult. And I do know that some paleontologists have actually put together dinosaurs wrong. Like they've actually proven that they put together the pieces wrong, and they were like, oh yeah, like that's how it should look. And then other paleontologists came along and they were like, wait a second, we found some missing pieces, and it completely changes how the fossil looks. So it is kind of cool.
Dude, is this his butt? A super tar pits are great for finding fossils of predators. The story goes like this.
Why?
Unfortunate prey animal gets stuck in pit.
Oh no.
Sees you and goes, ooh, yummy snack.
No, it's a trap.
And another predator
You
comes
dummy.
along and is like, ooh, yummy snack.
No, you fool.
And so on and so forth.
You dummies.
Pit predators include dire wolves, American lions, and even saber-toothed tigers.
Whoa.
Sometimes they're even found fossilized mid-attack.
That's actually kind of crazy. It literally died trying to get a snack. Happens to a lot of people, probably.
Number 5, molds and casts. So
Mold?
you're scuttling along the ocean floor when you suddenly realize that you're a human. And
Wait,
not a
what?
fish. Blech.
Wait, what?
Over time, your body
No.
is buried in ocean sediments, eventually compacting and hardening into rock. This fossilization technique is a bit weird, because your body actually completely decays and disappears in this one. But something
where
does
are my
happen. When
bones?
your body was buried, it left an imprint in the sediment.
Oh, the
capturing
cast.
all the features. This empty space is called a mold, and it's
Whoa.
a of your body. If we fill this mold with some jelly, we can create a squishy replica of you. That's pretty good. But this process can happen naturally too. Your mold can be filled with minerals, creating a cast fossil.
Guys, the world is such an interesting place. It's kind of insane that literally you can have a fossil get created inside of a cast, all of your actual body parts decay over time, and then other stuff seeps into there and creates basically like a fossilized version of yourself. Now, this is probably not the best for fossils because you don't have any bones, so you can't really work out like how the creature maybe looked on the inside, but you can at least get a good idea of what it looked like on the outside, which is kind of neat.
This is pretty good too. Okay, but realistically, this method wouldn't work well for preserving humans, because there's too much soft tissue. Instead, it's great for animals with shells and exoskeletons.
Ah, like the crabs or trilobites.
Ancient giant millipede called Arthropleura, which
Let me
is
see it.
estimated to be 2.6 meters long.
What? That thing was in the ocean? What? I'm so happy I don't live during the dinosaur era.
Freezing. So right now we're in the Ice Age, and you've decided to take a nice relaxing stroll.
We are in the Ice Age, by the way. This has been the coldest winter I've ever experienced. Has anybody else experienced like a crazy cold winter with like -5 degrees Fahrenheit outside? Because if so, leave a comment down below.
In this blizzard. So, you fall into a crevice, you die on impact, and are
Ouch.
rapidly buried in freezing ice. The low temperatures slow your rate of decay, and the water inside your cells freezes, locking in their structure.
This is basically my dino chicken nuggies.
More soil and material freezes around you, forming permafrost.
So that seems like a common theme with fossilization is that creature goes into a situation, falls or dies, and then gets buried deep below the surface levels. Like it takes millions of years for that to happen, and then all of the surrounding pressure above you will basically just like solidify you and carbonize you until you become a fossil. That seems to be the case for like 90% of these.
Which is ground that has remained frozen for at least 2 years. This is important because any temperature changes can cause your body to thaw, restarting decay.
That's not good.
After this, you're almost perfectly physically preserved. DNA, soft tissues, and even facial expressions are intact.
That's
found
insane.
many amazing ice fossils, like woolly mammoths and rhinos and stuff. But the most famous is Otzi the Iceman, a
Otzi!
300-year-old fossil who now sits comfortably in a custom-designed cold cell in Italy.
It is really insane too, because some people believe that because you're getting preserved in the ice and your body, you know, it's not breaking down, right? There's no oxygen or anything in there to break down your body. You're completely frozen. So some people will actually do this themselves. I mean, I'm sure you've heard like the conspiracy theory that like Walt Disney is frozen somewhere in like a cryogenic chamber, because some people believe that way in the future that we will actually be able to make them back and bring them back to life. We'll be able to thaw them out, and then bada bing, bada boom, they're no longer dead. They're no longer a fossil. They're just back to normal, which sounds insane. I do not think I want that to be true, but it would be kind of cool, actually.
Number 7, mummification.
It is real. It is. You can do it.
Wanderer takes his last breath.
Oh no, I need Coca-Cola.
As the
Now I'm dead.
wind blows, it carries scorching sand over your deceased Okay, this rapidly buries and hides you from scavengers. The heat from the sweltering sun evaporates all the water from your body.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting raisinified.
Crusty husk. This is mummification, or in scientific speak, desiccation. And it's what happens when an organism is dried so quickly and completely that very little decay occurs. Bacteria rely on water for metabolism, so no water equals no decay, meaning your husk lives on. Mummification can preserve hair, skin, internal organs, and even DNA for thousands of years.
Ew, it probably stinks.
It draws out dehydrating tissues, and this is what the ancient Egyptians used to preserve their mummies.
Oh, why? What? That was gross.
Ah, yes. With this crusty addition, my collection is finally complete.
I guess I should stay away from stuff like that. And thinking of other things I should probably stay away from, we're gonna be checking out a video about carnivorous plants. I didn't realize plants could be so scary.
Number 5, pitcher plants.
Let me out!
Oh my gosh. Okay, that actually reminds me of the Pokemon, and I never really thought that this was a carnivorous plant. I thought that it was kind of like a fun-looking plant and that there was like honey on the inside, but apparently it's acid on the inside, and it looks like it's gonna melt down anything that goes inside of it. Poor little guy.
The pitcher plant gets its name from its pitcher-shaped leaves, and it uses these as deadly traps. Picture this. First, your insect brain is lured in by the sweet scent of nectar.
Oh, okay, so there is nectar on the inside.
Once you reach the top, you start slurping to your heart's content.
Oh,
but
no.
What you don't realize is the surface you're standing on has a waxy coating, making it extremely slippery. You take one step too close to the edge,
No.
You've fallen into the pitcher plant's
And I'm pretty sure that the inside of the plant is also covered in this waxy coating, so there's no way for a bug that usually can like climb surfaces. I don't think it can climb its way out, and it can't fly because now it fell into this liquid and its wings are all covered in it. So it's pretty much trapped.
Digestive fluids. The walls are covered in wax too, making it impossible to climb out. And you slowly realize that there's no escape. As your arms grow tired, you begin to drown, and the plant starts digesting you alive.
That's so sad.
Do this, pitcher plant.
Well, that's a great question.
Oh, that poor
Pitcher
little
plants
guy.
and most other carnivorous plant species live in environments that provide insufficient nutrients. So they've adapted to get the essentials like nitrogen, phosphorus, and magnesium from your flesh instead.
I mean, as horrific as that sounds, that actually is super impressive that, you know, most of the time you would think that a plant would get every piece of, you know, resource that it needs from either the sun or the soil, but these plants decided, no, they're going to be quirky. They're going to be different. And yeah, they're going to eat things. They're going to eat things in order to survive, just like we do.
Please.
Their diet mostly consists of bugs, but some pitchers are large enough to eat frogs and rats too.
A rat?
So
It can
many
eat a
different
rat?
shapes and sizes.
See, look, it is a
This one
Pokemon.
Remind you of something?
I was
That's
gonna say a
toilet.
teacup,
The
but yeah, it
lid
is a
secretes
toilet.
An abundance of nectar that attracts small
Ew.
mammals like the tree shrew. And while it eats the nectar, the toilet bowl catches any post-lunch dumps. That's right, this pitcher plant.
Wait, so you're telling me that the rodent comes along, licks the side of the toilet, and then actually poops in the toilet, which gives nutrients to the plant? The plant is a poop eater.
Eats poop. A wholesome symbiotic relationship.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't hurt anybody, I guess.
My favorite pitcher plant species has got to be the cobra lily, and this is how it would eat you. You're lured in by the scent of nectar again. This time coming from a leaf shaped like the forked tongue of a cobra. The concentration of nectar increases as you move further up. The plant's sneaky invitation to get you to climb inside. And eventually you end up inside a beautiful dome with light pouring in through many holes.
It looks
Having read your bit of
amazing.
nectar, you decide to leave. And there's so many exits to choose from. How convenient. But it's not an exit.
What is it?
Window. You try another one.
Oh no.
Strange. Oh well, you'll just leave the way you came in.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Which one was the entrance? Confusion sets.
Is that actually how it works, dude? It's literally like the back rooms. You go in, you think that you found an exit, and it's actually just a wall. And then you can't figure out where you came in. That is horrifying.
Then as all the exits you see turn out to be fakes. You don't notice, but this whole time you've been moving deeper and deeper inside the plant. Until... Now, unlike other pitcher plants, the cobra lily doesn't digest you with enzymes.
Say what now?
Gross midge larvae and bacteria start eating you alive, breaking you down into nutrient soup for the cobra lily to slurp up.
Are you
Now,
serious?
if you don't want to be eaten by my pet plant, you should boop the like button.
It really helps me out a lot.
Is that what Petey the piranha plant is? I kind of thought that Petey the piranha plant was yeah, like a piranha plant, and not not what we just saw, which kind of did look like a snake, which is pretty incredible. But yeah, I honestly too, I only really thought that there was one carnivorous plant, and that is the Venus flytrap. When I was younger, I really wanted one as like a pet, because I thought it was so cool how like a plant could eat something like a fly. Like it just doesn't makes sense to me. Most plants you think like, oh, it's not gonna do anything that bad. Maybe I'll get like poison ivy, but it's not gonna try to eat me. Meanwhile, the Venus flytrap is like, ooh, I'm gonna try to eat you.
Pitcher plants are just the first on this list, and there's 4 more leafy assassins to go. Number 4, bladderwort.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Bladderworts grow in freshwater and wet soil environments. And on
Ooh,
the
they have
surface,
flowers.
They have cute little flowers. But
Lovely.
underneath is where the cold-blooded murder happens. One nice sunny day, you're swimming along living your best life. And then in the blink of an eye, you're suffocating.
What just happened? How did that just happen? What just happened?
In the bladderwort's trap.
Seriously?
Attached to the plant's underwater stems are these structures called bladders. But instead of holding pee, they act as trapdoors.
Oh.
Dude. First, water is expelled, creating negative pressure inside, and the trap is set. When you...
Ah, okay, so that makes sense. So when it expels the water, it's basically creating a little suction tube. So when it opens up, the water will flood in, and then it will trap you inside. And then it probably closes real quick, and then you're trapped. And then you probably slowly get digested.
Came swimming along, you brushed past one of the bladder's trigger hairs,
No.
breaking the trapdoor seal.
You're dead.
This created a vacuum, sucking you in within milliseconds. The bladderwort's diet consists of nematodes, fish fry, and mosquito larvae, but it can eat larger things like tadpoles too. It
Oh
does
my
this
gosh.
by digesting you in stages. First, it dissolves your head into
Oh.
mush, then your body,
That's
and
not
your legs,
too
until
bad.
you've been completely
Okay.
turned into nutrient soup.
Lovely. Thanks,
Number
plants.
3, sticky leaf plant.
What the? Yo! Please tell me that's not how it
Sponges
actually
are named
happens.
after the glistening drops of nectar covering their long, tendril-like leaves. But
I mean, it looks beautiful, it looks gorgeous, but it's deadly, dude. I swear, like the most gorgeous things in nature are always the most deadly. I remember when I was younger, I wanted to like pick up the dart frogs, but secretly the dart frogs are poisonous dart frogs. And that's when I learned that the more bright and colorful an animal or a plant is, usually the more deadly it is.
despite their beauty, these drops have a deadly function. The nectar is laced with a powerful glue, and as soon as you touch it, it's a wrap.
And you're
The
prisoned.
plant senses your struggle, so it starts constricting its tentacles inwards, bringing you into contact with as much stickiness as possible. The secretions coat your whole body, immobilizing your limbs and clogging your breathing holes, causing you to suffocate in a matter of minutes.
It literally
This whole time, the sundew has been secreting
grabs you, twists you up, and then suffocates you like a snake would. That is the most impressive plant I've ever seen.
digestive enzymes as well, slowly dissolving you until only a skeleton is left behind. Compared to some of the other plants though, being hugged to death actually sounds like a nice way to go. Another sticky leaf species is the butterwort, named after the buttery texture of its leaves. Works in pretty much the same way as the sundew, except its leaves are broad and flat, so there's more surface area for killing and eating.
Oh my
But not
gosh!
all carnivorous sticky leaf plants do the digesting.
I wonder if like people found these in nature and realized that this would make for like a great bug trap, because I mean there's a bunch of different bug traps. There's like the zapper trap, but a lot of the bug traps are like thin slices of paper that are super sticky. So as soon as a bug lands, it gets trapped there and then it can't leave, so it eventually just dies. I wonder if people found these plants, saw a bunch of dead bugs, and they were like, huh, well, let's just do that.
Rhododendron macrocephalum has
The
a
what?
mutualistic relationship with the mirrored bug. The plant does the trapping, and the mirrored bug stabs you with its face. And then it sucks out your nutrient soup, turning it into nutrient poop for
Okay.
the to absorb. But
Cool.
something isn't adding up here. How does a plant that's highly adapted to catching bugs not catch this bug? It
That's
turns
what I
out
was
that
thinking.
The mirrored bug has an extremely thick coating of grease, completely protecting it from the sticky clutches of the plant.
So it's literally just a
Number two,
greased up bug.
corkscrew plants.
Oh, okay.
Free cookies. Nope. Nice try.
So one day you're rolling around in the dirt.
Of
when you
course.
stumble
Just
upon
another
a
Tuesday for me.
tunnel. Where does it go? Is there treasure at the end?
No.
You've just arrived at the opening to one of the corkscrew plant's many corkscrew-shaped leaves. As you travel through the spiraling tunnel, you brush past these strange pointed hairs. They're arranged in a way that makes moving into the tunnel very easy, but moving out, almost impossible.
No.
Your only option now is to go deeper into the cave. And after what...
I mean, this sounds like the premise of a horror movie. Imagine, like, you're just going about your day, and then you find this super cool looking tunnel that says treasure at the end, and you're thinking to yourself, huh, I probably shouldn't go in, but if I go in, at least, you know, I could get out if something goes wrong. But then you go in, and then you realize you're actually trapped there, and you gotta go further and further in, and you know it's gonna be bad, and you know that there's not treasure, but you keep going because where else are you gonna go?
Feels like ages, you finally reach a nice chamber filled with digestive fluids. And a slow, painful...
Oh, you literally
the
jump in
corkscrew
yourself.
diet consists of protozoans, mites, and annelids. And because of the sheer number of them hanging around in the dirt, the plant doesn't need to attract them. It just sits there and watches as the critters walk themselves into its stomach.
It's like whales in the ocean. All they have to do is just open their mouth, and then, you know, they're so big, they're bound to catch something.
Look. Number 1, snap traps.
Yes, these are the ones that I like.
I bet you've all been waiting for this one. When
Yes.
you think of a carnivorous plant, the first thing that springs to your mind is the Venus flytrap. But contrary to their name, these plants don't actually eat that many flies. Their diet consists of roughly 1/3 ants, 1/3 spiders, and 1/3 miscellaneous critters.
Snails?
Only 5% are flying insects.
So how did it get its
Adaptations
name?
make the Venus flytrap an effective killer. First, the leaves' bright red color and sweet nectar smell tricks you into thinking you spotted a delicious
Why does it look like a
fruit.
big butt?
Second are these tiny sensory hairs all over its leaves. Nothing happens if you only touch a hair once, but if you touch it twice,
Dead.
as each trap can only operate 7-ish times before dying, this
What?
adaptation prevents wasting a snap on something like a raindrop or a fallen leaf. Third,
Okay.
each trap has these long lashes, which look like menacing teeth. Venus flytraps are quite picky with their food, as starting the digestive process takes a lot of energy, so smaller, unworthy prey can escape through the gaps in the lashes. I'm free. But bigger prey like you are trapped inside. Fourth,
Oh,
to make
great.
doubly sure that it's caught a big juicy meal, the plant waits until the sensory hairs are repeatedly triggered while closed, before it finally gets ready for dinner time. The trap clamps down even tighter,
What?
interlocking its lashes and forming an airtight seal.
I mean, that's scary, but it's also kind of awesome that a plant can do that. That's something that you think of like a lion doing, or like a bear, like shutting its mouth and then holding its prey there. You never think that a plant could do that.
slowly die of suffocation, and the plant secretes digestive enzymes, dissolving you over the course of a few days. When it finally opens up, all that's left of you is a skeleton.
Alright, so I am never going near any plants ever again. Especially not broccoli. Not because it's carnivorous or anything, I just think it tastes funny. We're gonna be switching it up in this next video and learning what it would be like to get mailed in the postal system. And if you guys leave a like on this video, maybe I'll mail you a cookie. No promises.
The system handles millions of mail pieces every day.
Watch out, you're gonna
All you need to do
get
is put
spud.
your hot write the address, slap on a stamp, and dump it into this mysterious box. And
Wow.
it magically spawns onto your friend's doorstep.
When you think about it, it really is magical, ladies and gentlemen, that there is a literal thing that you could place your letter or your box into, and then it just arrives exactly where it's supposed to. It's basically slow teleportation. And they all have my spit on them.
To know what's really going on behind the postal system.
Yeah, how do it be working?
And what better way to find out than to become the mail? Wait, what?
That would be pretty epic. Wait, why is that spider so big? You're trapped forever.
Journey starts here. With Posty, your
Hi,
friendly
Posty.
local mail carrier.
What's up,
Once a
Mr.
day,
Posty?
drives around in a van, collecting mail from each mailbox on their designated route.
Thanks, Posty.
Once
Be careful with that.
Posty returns the mail to their regional mail sorting facility.
Oh, cool.
Along
That's a lot of
with
mail.
The other posties in the area,
How do they not get lost?
and you end up in a giant jumbled mail mountain.
Somebody help me.
Time to send everything off to their delivery addresses. But where do we even start? Sorting centers in the US can receive millions of pieces of mail every day, and they're all going to different places. This one's going local, this one's going regional,
yeah.
this one's going international.
I also realized recently that you need to make sure that you have the certain number of stamps, especially if you're sending things internationally. You need a lot of stamps, guys. I don't know if anybody knew that.
We could get these human monkeys to sort through them one by one, but that would take forever.
We need robots.
We unleashed the Sortatron 3000.
Yeah!
A highly specialized sorting robot that can sort up to 40,000 letters per hour.
What? That's insane!
Oh, that's right. She's a very picky eater.
Oh, wait, why? What happened?
She likes eating standard-sized letters. But this mail mountain consists of all shapes and sizes. So first, we need a way of filtering the mail to leave only the sizes that Sortatron likes.
Okay.
So we unleash the Colortron 3000.
So many machines, all with the 3000 number.
Removing unwanted mail sizes before feeding it to Sortatron. Colortron's real name is the Color Facer Canceller Machine, and each of these fancy words stands for a different process that the mail pieces will go through. The first stage is the culling. And
what's that?
This is where Colortron gets rid of the mail that Sortatron doesn't like.
Oh,
There's
okay.
4 types of mail you can expect in the jumbled mail mountain. Flat but oversized mail,
Okay.
flat but undersized mail,
Yeah.
and standard size mail.
That's the one we like.
Sortatron consumption, and mail that's not really flat at all. To start, all the mail is dumped into a hopper and onto
All of it?
a conveyor belt. But there's a problem.
What?
Anyway. It's all bunched up, and passing giant clumps through Colortron can cause problems.
Well, yeah, it is kind of impressive that all of these machines don't, like, mess up and eat any of the mail, right? Like, I feel like anytime I get a letter in the mail, like this, for instance, it shows up very nice and it's folded and it's not, like, all crumpled up like you would expect. But, like, if it's going through all of these machines, then how doesn't it get, like, destroyed? Or how doesn't it get ripped up, you know? Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. Did you guys get your cookie plushie yet? Because if you guys didn't check them out yet, make sure you guys scan this QR code right here. Or you guys can head over to BeckBroJack.co. You guys are definitely gonna want to go quick because my brother Dirt Boy already bought 300 of them from the last time that I saw you. So if you guys want one, you should go get one. Back to the video.
To solve this, the conveyor is slanted upward, which allows gravity to peel the tops of piles off, spreading them evenly.
Okay, that's smart.
Boys are used to break this up further.
I wish I had that
Once the
job.
mail is roughly spread out, the next step is to remove any bulky parcels with the help of a giant screw roller.
Whoa!
The roller is positioned so that only skinny mail can slide under. Any large packages are repeatedly smacked to the side and fall into the bin, where they're
That's
then
genius.
sorted and dispatched by actual human beings.
Wait a second, he stole that.
Taken care of. The remaining mail now tips down a waterfall chute and onto a new conveyor, but this time they're traveling vertically instead of flat. The next item to cull is undersized parcels.
Okay,
Colortron
cookies.
deals with pesky items by dropping them into the abyss.
Where does that go?
But letters that are 3 inches or taller get safely carried over with the help of pinch conveyors.
Oh.
The abyss is a tray where the small items are collected and manually processed.
This is ingenious, guys. I wonder how long the system took to set up, because I know that mail has been around for ages, you know? We started out just by, like, sending carrier pigeons with little messages on them, and then we've evolved to this entire robotic system that will automatically sort through all of the packages, all of the mail, and all of the cookies that we want to send in the mail. It's pretty insane.
Now all that's left is standard-sized mail and oversized flats. The last culling operation removes these oversized pieces with pinch conveyors again, but this time they're positioned even higher, so they only grab the big guys, feeding them into the manual processing.
I am kind of curious why the little mail and the big mail have to be separated, because they're basically kind of very similar. So I wonder what the reason is for that.
But if a standard-sized letter is standing tall, it can get mistaken for oversized and yeeted.
Imposter!
So there's a flappy snacky boy somewhere early in the process that makes sure all the mail is resting along their long edges.
They've thought of everything!
Flats taken care of. But even though the letters are all standard size now, they're not separated evenly, and some are even overlapping, which can hide the addresses and stamps.
That's bad.
To separate them, the overlapping letters are squeezed until they peel apart, and then a pick-off belt grabs the leading mail piece, flicking it forward one letter at a time. Now we're left with a perfectly spaced out stream of standard-sized mail.
Huh.
Congratulations! You made it through the culling stage safely.
Yes!
Right?
No, I'm just flat.
Now you're up to the facing stage, where Colortron wants the letters facing the same direction.
Okay.
Each letter's orientation is found using cameras by detecting the phosphorescent border on its stamp, which glows under UV light. At the
Oh!
start, Colortron wants all the stamps along the bottom edge.
Wait a second, so that's why we need stamps. I thought that stamps were just like fun ways for the mail people to get new stickers, but I guess they actually do serve a real purpose, and it's for the sorting process.
So any letters that are in the wrong orientation are sent to the twisting belts of death. Where they
Wait, what? Oh, that's not that bad.
Mail that's oriented correctly is diverted and merged again later. Letters with stamps in truly cursed locations sail straight into a reject stack for manual handling.
Ah.
Move on to the canceling stage, where
What does that mean?
a mark is smacked across the stamp to show that it's been spent. Stamps equal money, so canceling them means they can't be reused in an infinite money glitch.
Oh,
This stage
okay.
is also when the letters' addresses are read using high-speed cameras in a process known as optical character recognition. Basically, the camera
OCR.
turns the image of each character into a grid of ones and zeros. 1 means black, 0 means white. The computer has a database of what it expects each character to look like in terms of ones and zeros. So in comparison, finds the best statistical match
Wow.
and codes the whole address that way. This can get a bit funky when people write in cursive though. If the handwriting is unreadable, the photo is beamed to a remote handling center, where a human being manually attempts to decipher the chicken scratch.
I wonder how many times in a day like these people literally have no idea what it says, because some people's handwriting, like mine, is so bad that people can't even decipher it.
Once the computer knows the letter's destination, a special fluorescent barcode is sprayed onto it with this information, now serving as the letter's new identity tag. From here on, this barcode is the only thing the machines care about. Finally, the letters get flipped again. So now the stamps are all at the top and get sent to 2 different bins depending on their orientation, conveniently ending up facing the same way in the end.
That's so organized.
The handy thing Colortron does is send a local and outgoing mail to separate bins. So mail staying inside white country gets sent to these 2 bins, whereas mail going to all the other countries gets sent to these 2 bins. Now all the mail has been fully processed and is perfect for Sorgatron consumption.
I feel like this is the most normal dumb doggo video I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure the last one I watched was about how you could shrink down and fight giant spiders and beetles. This, I'm actually kind of learning something.
Thanks, Colortron, for all your help. Getting back to our original problem, how do we send all this jumbled mail in the right direction? Going to different
birds.
places all across the world. And
No,
if
that's
you
dumb.
get to Posty like this, they need a teleporter to deliver everything on time.
Well, yeah, you gotta send
Sorgatron comes in.
some through planes.
Sorgatron's job is taking this jumbled stack of mail that's heading in all different directions and separating them into different bins according to their destination addresses. So first we sort by zip codes. Blue countries' zip codes start with 1, green countries with 2, and yellow countries with 3. To start this process, the mail clerk takes the stack of letters and feeds it to Sorgatron. She gobbles them up one by one, scanning the fluorescent barcode to determine which bin the letters belong to.
Wow.
This one's blue mail, towards the blue bin you go.
It's insane that, like, the entire universe operates with basically the same sort of system. Like, I know that every country is a little bit different when it comes to this actual system, but if I want to send something to literally anybody in the world, as long as I have their address, I can make it happen. I also have to make sure that I have enough stamps, because if I don't, they're just gonna rip it up, guys. They need stamps.
The letters travel sandwiched in between 2 high-speed belts, and in front of each bin is a special infrared light barrier with a transmitter on one side and a receiver on the other. When a letter flows past a bin, it breaks the light barrier, so Sorgatron knows exactly when it needs to activate its deflector
And
to
activate
the correct bin. And in reality,
Wow.
all of this happens really fast, like this fast.
Oh my gosh.
Once the machine has finished its perfect pile pooping, we're left with 3 stacks of mail, each separated by region. You're then taken to the loading docks and off you go.
Bye-bye.
Across the world.
Off to the new country.
Regions in this example, but Earth has about 200 countries and
Earth.
many more states, cities, and towns. So you can imagine how big Sortatrons can actually get. In fact, mail centers can have up to 15 Sortatrons or more working simultaneously.
Wow.
Hey, look at that. You've just arrived at Blue Regional Mail Center.
I'm sure that it also gets extremely busy during the holiday seasons. Like, I can't even imagine around Christmas how many letters are going through each Sortatron. It's got to be like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times more than the average.
And guess who's waiting?
Wait, nobody comment that.
Another Sortatron.
No!
Separate piles for each zip code.
So much
Within a zip
sorting.
code, we do another sort to separate them into piles for each postie.
So much sorting.
You get a pile, and you get a pile. But there's still a problem here. The pile is in a completely random order. So
Oh.
when postie arrives at a letterbox, they'll have to spend a lot of time searching for the right letter.
That's no
Wouldn't it
good.
be nice if the stack was in postie's exact door-to-door delivery order?
Well, yeah, that would be
Pick
great.
Each letter off the top of the pile.
Yeah.
Let's think about this problem for a second. Let's say in this zip code, we have 3 friendly neighborhood posties, and they're each assigned a delivery route. Street A, Street B, and Street C. For plot reasons, each street has exactly 10 houses, and
Okay.
every single house has a letter to be delivered to them. So right
Okay.
now, the mail clerk back at the sorting facility has a jumbled stack of 30 letters. But in the end, we want 1 bin for each street, filled
So, I mean, it seems like, yeah, they've been sorting through the mail at every single step of the way. So this is kind of just like the last thing, right? You're just going to tie it up in a nice little bow and then send it out. So all the person has to do is sort it based off of the route that they know that the mail person's going to take. So maybe one house doesn't get any mail, but that's okay because then they could just do the next house that's in line and then the next house and then the next house. So all the mailman has to do is just drive the car and then they look and they're like, okay, cool. This is my next one. I put it in there. And then as long as they don't get mixed up or as long as they don't miss a house, then all of the mail should be in order. So they don't really have to think too much about it.
with letters perfectly in order, houses 1 to 10. So let's see how Sortatron goes with our regular sorting method. And, oh, the first address is letter 10 for Street B. But we
Letter
can't
10?
put it into the bin yet because letter 1 needs to go in first.
Wait, yeah.
Okay, so let's just hold on to that one for now.
Wait, but that'll happen a lot.
Letter 7 for
That's also a
Street
number.
A. Alright, I guess we'll hold on to that one too. Oh look! Now it's letter 1 for Street B. Into the bin you go. And the next one is letter 7.
So I wonder if like the system just makes it so that it just has to keep going around, right? Like that would make the most sense to me. They would just do it in a big circle so it would go back to the line until it's ready to go into the system. I don't know if that's the most efficient way to do it, but that's how I would do it. But then again, I'm not a male scientist.
Street C. Great. You can see how inefficient this is. Now
Yes.
imagine if you had 100 houses per street.
I'm getting stressed.
To solve this, we need a different sorting program instead. Let's restart our example. The new program requires 2 sorting passes. The first pass groups all the letters by delivery sequence order, with 1
Okay.
bin allocated by each number in the sequence.
That makes sense.
The first letter in our stack was going to house 10 on street B, so it goes to the bin for all the 10s. As a
Oh.
10th number in the sequence.
That makes
The next
sense.
letter was for house 7, street A, so it goes into the 7s bin. House
I think my way was better.
Street B into the 1s bin, and house 7, street C, into the 7s bin again.
I guess this
So
works
on
too.
and so forth.
Very cool.
Seem a bit strange at first, mixing up mail from all different streets together, but it'll make sense in a second. So we now have 10 bins containing 3 letters each, and the mail clerk collects the bins all in order. 1s,
Yeah.
2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, and
That makes
repaste them
sense.
together into Sortatron for a second pass. Since the first pass did all the hard work, the incoming stack has the letters in delivery sequence order already. So all Sortatron needs to do now is sort each letter into its respective street.
Yeah.
The 1 stack first, then the 2s, the 3s,
That's easy.
and so on.
Oh my gosh. I wonder what we would do without Sortatron.
Left with 3 neat piles. One
Nobody would get
each,
their mail.
and perfectly sorted into all our posties' door-to-door delivery orders. You can actually use this method for unlimited houses, as long as you have enough bins. Great work, Sortatron 3000! And
Aw, who's a good robot?
and 5,000, and 6,000, and says finally, all the
No.
nicely ordered piles are dispatched to local mail distribution centers. And when you
Yay.
guess who's waiting for you?
Mailman?
Another sort. Nah, it's just all the posties.
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say.
Theory, just be able to chuck the mail stacks into their bag and then whee! But humans can mess up the ordering sometimes. Even
Yeah, that
this
does
fellow
happen.
Can make mistakes.
It's
So,
true.
a diligent postie might need to do one final check, just to make sure that everything is correct, and then it's whee!
We made it! Your mom's house!
Survive the postal system and make
Yay!
it to your destination.
So, the mailing system is a little bit more complex than I thought it was. Let's go back to something a little bit crazier. We're gonna see what it would be like fighting the deadliest spiders on God's green earth. This is a bad idea.
Have you ever wondered
That was me in my
what the
dream.
deadliest spiders in the world?
No, it's terrible!
Well, let's find out. Challenger 1.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting flashbacks to my dream.
1.5 inches, the Black Widow is one of the deadliest spiders in the world. Drop a drop, its venom is more potent than most rattlesnakes.
That is true, guys, but a Black Widow, because it is such of a tiny size compared to a rattlesnake, most of the time Black Widow spiders are not actually deadly to people, which I thought forever, I don't know why, who told me this, but Black Widows, I thought for the longest time, were deadly. Like, if you got stung by one or bit by one, then you are probably cooked. Like, you're dead, bro. You're gonna get unalived, but apparently, it's actually not the worst venom, because they're so tiny that even though the venom is very potent, you need a lot more of it for it to actually be deadly. So, all of that being said, I would still be pretty scared of Black Widows, bro.
But in a fight, you do have one advantage. Widows have really poor eyesight.
Oh, nice.
Bet is to sneak attack it.
I got 20/20
You have to
vision.
navigate its messy maze of tangle webs, and some strands are laced with sticky glue droplets. Just
Oh.
grazing against one is a death sentence.
Wait, why? What is that gonna do? Oh no, it's like 3M tape.
But
Oh,
what looks
God.
like a random mess of silk to us is actually an intricate network. And disturbing a strand in this network sends vibrations back down to where the widow rests, alerting her to your presence.
So basically, as soon as anything gets caught in a spider web, it's kind of like an alarm clock for the spider. Like, sometimes I will order food on Uber Eats, and then after a little bit, I'll fall asleep, forgetting that I put an Uber Eats delivery order in, and then I'll get woken up to a phone call. Hey, Jack, your double meat burrito is here from Chipotle. Come to the front door and grab it. That's basically the same concept as the Black Widow spider. I probably should not have told you guys that story. That makes me look really lazy.
It's kind of like those laser tripwire rooms you see in spy movies. You could try cutting yourself out, but widow silk is tougher than Kevlar.
What?
And more wriggling means you get more tangled.
Oh no, you're so
Creates even
dead.
more vibrations.
It's
And as soon as
over,
she
bro.
senses you, she bolts towards you.
Yo, that's so scary.
Bites using her fangs. injecting venom
You're
straight
so
into your
dead.
veins, and it paralyzes you instantly. Most
Oh.
spiders feed in a similar way, first squirting digestive enzymes to liquefy your internal tissues, and then slurping up that sweet, sweet nutrient soup.
Yeah, you basically turn into a human Capri Sun if you try to battle most spiders.
Leaving behind a shriveled
At least you don't need Ozempic anymore.
Thankfully, Black Widow bites are rarely fatal for most non-bug-sized humans.
See, that's what I was saying.
Symptoms like muscle pain and cramps. Some
Oh,
other spiders
maybe
on
I'll
this
get big
list
muscles.
aren't so nice though. Into the collection you go.
All right, well, I think I could take a Black Widow spider.
Trap
What is
more
that?
spiders.
Oh my God.
Spiders are devious hunters that can span up to 3 inches long. And as their name suggests, they create trapdoors using silk, soil, and leaves. And they're so well constructed that they camouflage perfectly with the ground.
Where is it?
Doors are rigged with silk tripwire, so as soon as you bump into one, the spider
It knows.
jumps out, grabs you, and pulls you inside in a
Uber Eats delivery driver has arrived.
Super efficient at this, with strong spiny front legs to grapple prey and powerful fangs for piercing and crushing. And
So guys, I believe that I could probably take the Black Widow spider because I know I can't touch the webs, right? So as long as I can get through the webs and be very agile and flexible and not touch any of the webs to alert the Black Widow that I am about to kill it with my sword, then I should be able to get to it while the Black Widow is taking a nap, and then bada bing, bada boom, stab it in between its eye sockets, or use my handy dandy mini flamethrower, which I guess if I'm that tiny could just be like a match or something. I don't know. I haven't really thought it out yet. But this spider is definitely different. If I'm stuck in a giant Roman Colosseum arena with this trapdoor spider, I'm not gonna know left from right. I'm not gonna know where it's gonna pop out of, and I'm basically gonna be like a schizophrenic, paranoid psychomaniac, like looking under everything, looking around, checking the ceiling, checking the ground, and just waiting to be attacked. So for this spider, I think I'm dead. I think I'm literally deader than roadkill on a Tuesday commute to work.
in case you try to resist, some trapdoor species even have armored carapaces for efficiency.
Are you kidding me?
In my
Come
opinion,
on!
It's a high-risk, high-reward hunting strategy, though. Like, what if a predator triggers the tripwire instead?
Oh,
There's
bye-bye.
another species, the green scale spider, and it kind of looks like the
What
chef
is-
forgot to hit extrude on its butt. But
Yeah, what's
Black
that?
Butt actually
Oh, what
makes a
the-
tough shield.
Huh? Why does it have
Like
that?
Oreo.
What the? Why does it look like that?
So in the off chance that you manage to dodge the
Oreo
spider's
butt.
attack, it can retreat and plug its burrow with its shield butt.
Literally, okay, that's crazy. It literally goes back into its burrow, plops its butt up, and then you can try to stab its butt, but I guess it's extremely powerful. That is actually insane. I did not know that. That is pretty cool, but I would die to that.
Before we fight the 7 other unique spiders on this list, let's go through some spider lore first.
Ooh, yes, everybody get their popcorn.
Makes a
Spider
spider a
lore.
spider. Is it the 8 legs? Well, this dude has 8 legs. No.
That's a water spider, of course. Everybody knows that.
You. If you want to be a spider, you need to have 2 body segments, 8 legs, silk spinning butt factories called spirettes, and chelicerae,
Butt factory!
word for fang bits. A spider's life cycle has 3 main stages. First is the egg stage.
Aw,
Female
so
spiders lay
cute.
Hundreds of eggs in silk sacs. Some species stick them to their webs and guard them till they hatch, while others, like wolf spiders, carry them on their butt.
Guys, I've actually seen wolf spiders out in the wilderness. I don't know if you guys have checked out my BeckBro's channel, but we made a video where we flipped a ton of rocks, and we found some wolf spiders that were carrying their ginormous egg sacs. We weren't really sure what they were at the time, but now, after doing research, we realized that there were hundreds and maybe even thousands of little demons from Satan's purgatory just waiting to hatch and be unleashed on God's green earth. I should have burned it while I had the chance.
Second, we have the spiderling stage. The eggs typically hatch in a few weeks. And the spiderlings that pop
I don't
out
like
are
that.
usually a mini
Nope.
replica of their adult version.
I do not like it.
Species, the
They do look
spiderlings
kind of
are
cute,
left to
though.
fend for themselves, but the wolf spider
He's got a knife!
carries them all on her back.
That is really kind of cool,
All you need
but
to do is
terrifying.
Find food and survive, but your hundreds of brothers and sisters all need food too.
Hey guys, we can all work together, right?
Like a yummy snack.
Yo, 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 yo!
Cannibalism, the spiderlings run away. If they can, or some use a special ability called ballooning, where they release silk
What does that
threads
do?
into the air and peace out on a silk parachute.
Wait, that's amazing! I would
Another
totally
big part of
do
this stage
that. Oh,
is
he's dead.
molting. Because spiders have an exoskeleton, in order to grow, they need to constantly shed their skin to provide themselves with more
Oh.
room to get bigger.
Yeah,
Can we
it is very
appreciate how
strange.
difficult it would be to pull all 8 of your legs out of your exoskeleton?
It
I
probably
used
takes
to
a
wear
while.
two-legged pants without
My G's are too tight!
Depending on the species, the spiderling finally moves on to the adult stage. Now
Burn
the spider
it.
is at its full size. And this
No.
is usually when their colorful markings are most prominent. If
I
you're
don't
a
like
male
this.
Spider, for most species, it's pretty much a wrap for you at this point. You're at risk because you have to wander out of your nest to find a mate. Or if you do manage to find a mate, she'll probably eat you.
Yeah, the crazy part is that female spiders are usually most of the time bigger than the male spiders, and then as soon as they, you know, do the deed, yeah, the female spider eats the male spider as nutrients for the babies. I'm so glad to not be a spider, guys.
Or even if none of these things happen to you, you'll probably just drop dead right after anyway.
Wait, but why?
Biology. If you're
Oh.
a female spider, you can have a much more fulfilling adult life. You're often way bigger and scarier, and you usually live much longer
Muscle
too,
mommy.
producing multiple egg sacs over a lifetime. And then,
Rise, my children.
aw, you itching to get back into it, little guy?
No, please.
Not.
God, no.
Challenger 3.
Daddy Longleg? Not even close. Okay.
Netcaster is a spider that gets
Wait, guys, can we just take a second to stare at this thing? Because what am I looking at? My brother in Christ, what is that thing? It looks like the teacher after you say a little joke to your friend Steven at the back of class and you guys are both chuckling, and the teacher, Mrs. Helen, looks at you guys like with her big black pupils and is just staring daggers into your soul. That is what this reminds me of, except it has not just normal human arms. It has ginormous spider arms, and it has 8 of them, and it is the face of an ogre. This thing should not exist.
its name from its big eyes and tiny head.
I don't like it one bit.
About 3 inches long, and their huge eyes give them really good night vision. Even better than an owl. There is a catch, though. They can't control the amount of light exposure into their eyes.
Oh, that's a
Humans
shame.
have irises for this purpose, but the eyes of ogre face over here are just one giant pupil. So
Crispy
every morning
eyes.
They get burnt to a crisp.
Oh my
Regrows
gosh.
its light-sensitive cells again by nighttime.
Are you serious?
Every day, by the way. So
That is
your best
torture.
bet is to defeat them during the day when they're completely blind. That is,
Okay,
you
I can do
find
that.
them.
Wait, why can't I find them?
Excellent camouflages with their
Hey.
bodies resembling bark.
Okay, hold on, wait. Does anybody see this spider? Okay, so it's this thing right there, right? Like, that is the spider, and it's crazy because, like, there's the 4 legs up there, and then there's the 4 legs down there, right? But they look like a stick. I mean, this one, you can see it a little bit better, but they do a extremely good job of looking like sticks. And most animals don't really have the best eyesight compared to humans, so the fact that it takes me a little bit to try to find this means that other animals probably cannot see this thing very well.
Side leaves. Too late. It's nighttime now.
I'm dead.
Ogre face
Oh
here is
my
about
God.
to hunt. It first weaves a rectangular web of silk, and then stretches it to 3 times its size between
Oh.
its forelimbs like a net. Then,
That's
of course,
cool.
It takes a dump on the ground. And then
What?
they wait
Why?
motionless above.
What?
This leads to some of the coolest looking spider photos I have ever seen. Like, look at him! And look at his little Squidward face.
That thing is an
and Toad
assassin.
speculated to either be a target or something stinky to lure prey. As soon as you sniff that delicious poo and get close,
Okay, wait a second. What insect is like, oh yeah. Oh, that's the good stuff. That's the Krabby Patty secret formula. I need to get more sniffs of that. That is, what? What are we, what? Dude, bro, insects are crazy.
it strikes.
That's what you get for going to try to get the turd.
It wraps you up a bit more just to make sure you're
look
nice
at that little cute guy.
It digs in.
Oh, and then, yep, we get Capri Sun. All right, well, I think I could beat that thing. I think I could spot it and then kill it. Maybe.
Diving
What
bell
is
spiders.
that? That's a water
Diving
spider?
bell spider is quite tiny, spanning only 0.8 inches, and it's
Okay.
the known spider to basically live its whole life underwater. It
I
can
did not
freely
know that
move
was a
in water
thing.
For short periods, using air trapped on small hydrophobic hairs on its body.
New
But to
fear
stay
unlocked.
underwater for longer, it builds something called a diving bell. It
What?
first creates a waterproof web sack and then inflates it using air trapped on its body. This usually
Okay, it kind of just looked like it inflated its little submarine bubble with farts. I can't be the only one that thought that, right?
It usually takes the spider several trips up to the surface to accomplish, but once it's fully inflated, it serves as the spider's new base of operations.
So what does it hunt?
It only leaves to refill the air bubble or to hunt. Its diet consists of aquatic bugs, tiny crustaceans, and sometimes even small fish.
What?
And it hunts by detecting the vibrations of prey in the water.
Okay, this is crazy.
It can't really eat you in the water because the digestive enzymes it squirts out would just get diluted.
Oh.
Instead, it drags you back to its little spider bubble where it can chow you down in peace.
Okay, I think that one is very deadly, and I mean, I'm a pretty good swimmer, so I feel like I could probably kill that one if I really had to. But I want you guys also, if you have not already been doing this, comment down below which spiders you think you could beat in a fight if you were tiny, and which spiders you would probably get unalived by.
Challenge of 5.
Why is it so big?
Sea spiders.
No.
Giant Antarctic sea spiders
What?
live underwater along the coasts of Antarctica.
Are you kidding me?
Up to 30 inches long.
Nah,
That's
nah,
the
bro.
size of a small dog.
No,
I don't
that
know
thing,
how I feel about this anymore.
is that
Not
an
exactly
actual
known why
spider?
they get so big, but there's a couple of theories. One is that Antarctic water is very oxygen rich, and the extra availability helps them grow better.
That's why the dinosaurs were so big
Bodies
too.
can store more energy in food-scarce environments and can also deal with the crushing pressure of the ocean better. But despite having spider in their name, they're not spiders.
Yeah, it
They
doesn't
belong
seem like
to a
it.
group called arachnids, which
Is that like
kind of
lobsters?
a distant cousin to spiders. So,
Oh, okay.
Close enough for me. They're so weird though. They have no lungs or gills and instead breathe through their super long legs. Plus, their body is so small that they don't have enough space to store everything in there.
So
they keep
where do
some
they put the
vital
brain?
organs in their legs too.
Wait, that's actually kind of crazy because I recently learned that octopi also do that, where the like different octopus creatures, they have their 8 different like tentacle things, and in each tentacle is actually a tiny brain. So I guess a lot of underwater creatures that have multiple limbs and stuff, just to make use of the space, I guess they also store some weird organs in their legs too. I didn't know that.
Not really sure what you can do about this guy. Maybe
Nah, I'm
you can
dead.
Crawl into its leg and block its breathing pipes or something.
No more breathing.
It's got a bunch more of them though. These sea spiders feed super slowly using their long tubular proboscis to
What
feed
is
a
that thing?
soft-bodied prey like you. They then squirt digestive enzymes and suck up that nutrient soup.
Why am I getting sucked
Even though it's
so many
big, it
times?
still eats like all its other little spider friends.
This sucks. Literally. That thing is huge, by the way. I would
When found
die.
out these
I'm
guys
dead.
Could get dog-sized, I was curious about something. So
What?
I asked you in this community post. If you had to pick a dog-sized spider as a pet, what would it be and
Jumping
why?
spider.
And
Jumping
here's
spider.
what you chose.
Nope.
Can
What?
I eat it?
Okay,
I
what?
would have a black widow. Then I would
No.
train it to hide over the houses of my enemies.
What?
It would sneak up from above. And
Why do you have so many
feed them
enemies?
silk, then drag them somewhere to never be found again.
You would have an
I like the
assassin!
amount of detail that went into this plan. Tiny spider plus flamethrower.
Yeah, I think that literally the only spider that I would want to have as a pet, and this is like, I don't even really want it, but if I had to pick one, it would be the jumping spider because it's so cute. But maybe part of the reason why it's so cute is because it's so tiny, right? So maybe when it's bigger, I won't like it as much. So I would probably also want a flamethrower on the side, just in case I don't like it.
Wait, that's not what I meant. Bell spider. I could take Spooder on fishing trips and could also sleep over in Spooder's underwater nest and watch whatever's going on in the lake above me. Like sleeping under the stars. Awesome spider. Cutie patootie.
No, it's gonna eat you, dude.
Dog weaver. Because it can make me a nice warm blanket every day.
Oh,
That
okay,
sounds
all right,
so
very
cozy.
profitable.
She could even make you warm clothes, a warm scarf, wrap you up nice and tight.
And then get sucked.
I would
Oh, yep,
finally be
dead.
able to
Eat spider legs. I think it would be nice and crunchy if you shave and deep fry it.
I've heard spiders taste like Can I ride it like a horse? Yes. Can I climb up walls with it? Yes. Is it big enough to ride into battle? Yes. Jumping spider. It's
Yes!
kinda cute.
That has the most
especially when wearing
upvotes.
its water hat. Thanks for
Yay!
watching. And back to the video.
Okay, what's next up? What is my challenger? I have my sword.
Wandering spiders. This
I'll kill
spider
it.
is one that you definitely don't want to pick a fight with.
Oh, never
Unluckily
mind.
for you, the Brazilian wandering spider is considered the most venomous spider in
Oh
the world.
no, it has a
But
BBL.
non-sized humans, a tiny dose of venom the weight of a grain of salt can be fatal if not treated in time.
What?
Wandering spiders can get huge, like 7 inches.
Oh my god.
Get off now.
That's like the
I'm
size of my whole hand.
They're mostly found in the rainforests of South America, but
Don't go
have
there.
been sightings of them in urban areas too.
Are you what? Not in the shoes.
A threat pose as a
Wait a second, it looks like somebody that's about to get arrested. Like somebody came up to them and they were like, put your hands where I can see them, I got a chicken and I'm not afraid to use it. And then the spider is just like, okay, you got me, bro. I'm gonna kill you anyway.
warning and charge at you to try and scare you away, even jumping up to 1.5 feet.
What? How do you do
means
that?
The spider could be like here and then
On your face.
Also, as
Okay.
scary as the threat pose is supposed to be, it kind of looks like he's just asking for a hug.
No, it doesn't. Nope. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, well, that thing would definitely murder me in my sleep.
Challenge
What's
accepted.
next?
Spitting spiders.
Oh, spitting spider's so cool.
Spitting spider spans up to 1 inch long, and they have the ability to shoot webs.
Hack two.
Webs shoot
Hack
through
two.
holes in their fangs, and they wiggle their chelicerae back and forth to create a zigzag pattern. This
Oh.
increases the surface area of the spray, making it harder to dodge.
It's like Spider-Man,
Silk
but
also
just a
only
spider.
gets sticky when it comes in contact with the air. If this didn't happen, then the spider would be choking on its own web spit. But
Yeah,
because
that does
they're
make
slow
sense.
And have bad eyesight, spitting spiders usually hunt at night when prey is less active.
So they're like
sneak up on you while you
stormtroopers.
sleep.
They have bad
Check
accuracy.
the front view to gauge distance.
Hey, what's
The
up,
spider
man?
Suddenly squeezes its body like a sauce bottle.
Wait, guys, okay, the spider sounded really cool because I was imagining, like, Spider-Man, you know, he could shoot out his webs from a long distance and then trap his, you know, his ops if he wanted to. But if the spider has to get within, like, touching distance of the prey, what is the point? Why, like, what is the point of spitting your web? If you're literally that close, you might as well just start wrapping it up like a Chipotle burrito, right? It kind of just defeats the purpose in my mind. Hey guys, it's me again. You just saw me 2 seconds ago, but if you guys have been watching the video for this long, you guys are now officially members of the Cookie Club. As a member of the Cookie Club, you guys seriously need to get your very own cookie plushie. Like, there's no way you guys have watched this video for over an hour and haven't scanned this QR code right here, or checked out BeckBroJack.co. If you already did it, great. If not, definitely go check it out, and make sure you guys use code Bessie for 10% off. All right, Cookie Club, let's get back to the video.
Curing you as its next meal.
Still cool though.
Bad now
And we
you
got
picked the
sucked
spitting
again.
spider as a pet. You could have gotten a free squeezy bottle web shooter.
Somebody should check on dumb Doggo.
Challenge 8.
What the? No, I don't. No, you don't go for it. No, it's not that. It's not cool.
Bolus spiders. The
Bolus spider.
is a tiny orb-weaving spider, spanning under 1 inch long. And they
Why
have
was
one
it
of the
so
most
circular?
unique hunting strategies, specializing in hunting moths.
No.
They spit out a gooey, webby snot ball, and lower it down to the
Okay.
end of the silk line. Kinda like a fisherman. The shiny goo blob smells like a female moth to your moth brain.
No,
Sear and
don't
fan.
trust it.
Fly towards it,
It's
expecting to
not
find a
really a woman. It's a
But
ball
instead,
of
the spider hits
death.
you in the face with sticky spider spit and
Oh,
catches you
crap,
on its
bro.
line.
I wonder when the moth actually realizes, like, oh dang, this isn't my next girlfriend. I'm dead.
Then all the bolus spider needs to do is reel you into a venom-filled bite.
That is insane. Bro, the earth is so crazy. The fact that there's so many different types of spiders and each one has a specialized way that it hunts, and a lot of them are kind of similar to like different ways that humans also hunt, is insanely cool to me. I don't know if I'm just being a nerd, but like the fact that it can actually fish, I never knew that animals actually did that. That is so cool. Okay, this might be Challenger died. What the? Oh my, that is a lot of wet. You're dead.
Purse-webbed spiders. Purseweb spiders are dark, chunky, and have super long fangs that are
I
way
see.
too big in relation to
Is anyone else getting
You're often
itchy?
mistaken for tarantulas, although they only grow up to 2 inches long. But
That's
you'll get
okay,
the
not that
difference.
big.
Purseweb spiders build a unique web in the shape of a tube, usually up against a tree so that it's
Okay, I
camouflaged.
see
The
it.
spider chills in the tube for its whole life, usually never ever coming out. When a
What?
brain like yours sees the tube, it gets curious.
No, don't go in.
Cookies at the top.
No, there's not. No, there's not cookies.
You notice your
Don't go for the cookie.
Where's the cookie?
The spider lunges to your position from the inside of the tube.
Oh
And
my
using
God.
its ginormous fangs, it pierces through the silk wall and straight into your guts.
It's basically like a Discord mod. It's living in the basement, just eating Uber Eats. It never leaves its room.
The spider cuts a small opening in the tube and pulls your corpse inside, sealing it again before it begins feeding.
Oh, that's it? That's not, okay, that's not too bad.
Where are you going, bug-sized friend?
Nowhere?
You know what it's like to fight more of the deadliest spiders in the world?
Yeah, totally. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. You're scared. I'm not scared.
Bruh.
What is that thing? Why is it so big?
Goliath bird-eating spider is the largest species of tarantula.
Oh.
And it spans
Oh, okay.
up to 12 inches long.
Guys, just keep in mind that 12 inches long is bigger than your hand, okay? Especially if you are a young child. That is probably the size of your head. This thing is no joke.
Now you. Yes, you watching this video.
Me?
Open your palm and look at it. This spider is significantly bigger than what you're looking at.
I don't like it.
Although
like
they're not
it.
too venomous to humans,
That's
their
crazy.
massive 1.5-inch fangs can easily break human skin.
How do I
But
kill it?
The rare chance that you're able to put the tarantula on the defensive,
Ooh,
the spider is equipped with a special weapon called
Oh,
arachnids
right.
hairs. When it's fleeing,
It's like
it
a
uses its
porcupine.
hind legs to quickly flick off jagged bristles that cloud the air behind it. The bristles are a severe irritant and can get stuck in your skin and eyes, preventing you from pursuing.
so guys, not only can you not attack it in the front because it has ginormous fangs that will bite into you and suck you like a juice box, but you also can't attack it from the back because it has porcupine poisonous hairs. So, what do you attack it from underneath? Because you can't attack the face, you can't attack the butt. Maybe you could swanton bomb it from the top. Maybe you skydive onto it and then stab it in the face with a sword. That could work.
They're typically slow and stealthy hunters, suddenly lunging at prey when they get close enough. And despite their size, they're on a liquid-only diet, preying on frogs, rodents, lizards, snakes, and of course, birds sometimes. They have
That's where they get the
special
name.
teeth called cheliceraal teeth that help with gripping and chowing down prey for optimal nutrient suckability. Tarantula species are also some of the most colorful spiders, and since they're also quite docile around people, they make pretty good pets.
That is actually true, guys. Recently, me and my friends got a Goliath bird-eating spider. And let me tell you guys, it is awesome, it is massive, and it does everything that Dumb Doggo just said. It will lunge at prey, it'll start biting it, and then it'll basically just eat everything. I've literally seen one eat a mouse before. It is gross, but it's kind of cool, but it's also gross. I don't think I'd win that fight.
Talking about
I'm
giant
so
lovely
cooked.
Spiders, there's another important spider I should cover, the giant huntsman spider.
Yep.
It has legs that also span to about 12 inches. They hunt by chasing prey down using their speed. They're pretty harmless to humans, though. They just want to be friends.
Is that so? I don't believe
I'm
it.
actually terrified of spiders. I remember this one time during school camp. I was kind of muddy after a mud run, so I go into this crusty cabin to shower.
It's Shrek's outhouse.
Eye level is the biggest huntsman spider I have ever seen.
Does he live in Australia?
And he was as big as my head, and he was looking at me and wiggling his little mouth bits. I was naked, vulnerable. And I was like, nope. So I
TMI.
put my hair in the sink to make it look like I showered.
Smart.
And spent the rest of the day covered in mud.
I would have personally called the cops and the fire department and told them that you have to burn down the outhouse. That's the only way to solve that problem, guys.
So I kind of feel bad for putting you through all this. Not really. But they asked for it, so blame them.
Okay, well, I lose to both of those if I get shrunken down, but what about a jumping spider?
Jumping spiders are the most horrifying, bloodthirsty creatures in existence.
Take that back.
Species span up to a terrifying 0.6 inches.
They're so cute.
Their two large middle eyes have exceptionally
Aww.
sharp vision, able to accurately judge depth. And this
Guys, I don't really like most spiders. The only spiders that I do like are daddy long legs, which I think are technically not even spiders, I recently learned, and also jumping spiders. They're so tiny, they have little hairs, and also there's the one animated series based off of jumping spiders, and they're just so cute.
as soon as they've locked onto you, they're ready to pounce.
Don't pounce on me,
Spiders
please.
have an open circulatory system, so
What?
their blood kinda just floats around, unlike humans. And by squishing muscles in their bodies, they can increase blood pressure in their legs, which launches them into the air.
I didn't know
allowing them
that.
to jump over 20 times their own body length.
That's insanely cool.
But they missed their target.
Can they fly? Oh. Well, I mean, they are so tiny, just like other tiny insects, like ants, can survive long falls. Because they're so tiny, they don't really take fall damage that well. So, yeah, they really don't have to worry about it, I don't think.
Okay, I'm kidding, she's not dead. Before jumping, they make sure to secure a silk dragline behind them.
Oh, wait, that's actually
Bungee
smart.
cord
Spider-Man!
them to take big risks because they can always reel themselves back.
That's kind of
Once
genius.
they've got you, they liquefy you with venom and digestive enzymes, and then
Just
slurp
like
up that
the other
green
spiders.
soup.
Love that. That's
If
so
you're ever
good.
around one, take a close look because sometimes they'll actually track you with their cute little beady eyes.
Okay, that's kind of scary, but also super duper cute. I think I could beat that thing in a fight if I was tiny.
Orb weavers.
Oh, I'm so
Orb
dead.
weavers are most commonly known for their iconic wheel-shaped webs, and the largest one is the giant golden orb weaver, spanning up to 6 inches long.
Guys, I gotta be honest with you. Any spider over 1 inch is terrifying to me. I'm pretty good with most creatures, but if a spider gets bigger than 1 inch, I start to panic a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie.
They get their name from the golden silk they produce, and the webs they make act like giant nets for flying insects that are dumb enough to fall into it.
Like you, little guy.
Spider sits
You're
right
dead.
in the middle of the web, and as soon as prey lands, it uses its keen vibration senses to locate it. And immediately
That's so
runs over
cool.
to deliver a venomous bite.
Bro, I know that spiders are so deadly, but like the way that they just create webs and the way that they can like sense the vibrations in the webs is just so cool to me. I don't know, like I wish that I liked spiders more and I wasn't so scared of them because at the end of the day, they are some of the coolest creatures on planet Earth.
But that's only one species, and there's so many more to talk about.
I don't like a lot of these.
The spider speed round. The longhorned orb weaver has
What?
looking long horns, possibly because it makes it really hard for predators to swallow it.
Huh.
This is a decoy building cyclosa spider
Wha-
right here.
What is,
The rest
oh
is a
wow, I couldn't
decoy
even see it.
using debris to trick predators into picking the wrong thing instead. There's an orb
Huh.
weaver called the alien butt spider.
I mean, that one's self-explanatory.
The triangle weaving spider turns its web into a slingshot, launching extra silk at trap prey to ensnare them even tighter.
Okay, guys, I know that I just said this, but this is making me like spiders even more. I didn't even realize that there were so many different species of orb weavers, and they all have special abilities and special traits. This is so cool.
The mirror spider has shiny reflective patches.
Whoa.
On its abdomen. It can shrink and expand these patches
What?
to camouflage by breaking up its outline.
It looks like a dragon egg.
There's the zombie spider.
Wait,
who is
what?
Just a normal little cave orb weaver that got infected by a fungus. And now
Oh.
the fungus mind controlled it to do its bidding.
Oh, it got Last of Us. Oh no.
There's even more, but that's a long list. So next challenger.
Okay, I think I'm dead to most of the orb weavers.
Challenger 4.
Let's see. What are you? Hay spider?
Assassin spiders.
Oh, dear lord!
Spiders are quite tiny, only growing to about the size of a grain of rice.
Okay, that's not big.
They look like,
A pelican? No.
which is why they're also
Whoa.
called pelican spiders.
Wait, are you actually? Like you're telling me that millions of years of evolution made it look like a pelican? Why?
But they're mostly known as assassin spiders because
They assassinate other spiders.
they can track
Oh,
down
okay.
spiders by their webs, carefully tiptoeing over any trigger lines to avoid alerting them.
That is
allowing
cool.
them to get within striking range.
Bro,
And
that's so
using their
sick.
long curved jaws and their extendo neck, They attack.
Oh my goodness!
This range makes them very difficult to kill.
Are you kidding me?
Once they've skewered you, they hoist you into the air, inject venom, and eat you.
Guys, I did not realize that those giant things on its face were the actual fangs. I thought that it was kind of like big mandibles or like big antenna to sense things. I didn't realize that these things were basically ginormous teeth straws.
All while staying safely out of reach.
What? It's so tiny but so deadly. I think I could take it though because it's not that big.
Challenger 5.
Unless it sneaks up on me and kills me.
Dock spiders get their name because they're usually found on docks.
Yeah, that would make sense. I didn't think that they were found on like pyramids.
They can span up to 4 inches long, and their
Okay,
special
terrified.
ability is that they can run
I'm so
on
scared.
water.
Even more scary. Spiders should not be able to go on water or in water. That's anti-spider, right? If you find a spider, usually you blow it with a flamethrower in order to protect yourself. But another common thing that most people will do is splash water on spiders because spiders, usually like most other insects, can't survive water. Like most of the time, right, guys? But if a spider is able to walk on water and it can't drown, what do you do? What do you do? You're dead. You're cooked. Dunzo. You might as well buy your cemetery.
Thanks to surface tension, which makes the surface act like an elastic sheet if you're light enough. Their weight is
Oh man, I'm getting all
evenly
weirded
across
out.
8 legs,
I don't
each
like this
covered
one
in
bit.
water-repelling hairs that keep them from sinking.
Ew.
Hairy legs. Can I do that?
No, you're too big.
That. Spiders don't use webs to hunt. Instead, they kinda use the water surface as a web. They sit on the
What?
surface and listen for vibrations.
Okay, that's
As
so
soon as they
cool.
detect movement, they bolt.
Are these the spiders in Super Mario?
Fish too. And
Fish?
despite how scary they look, they're
Are you
not dangerous to
kidding me?
humans and just want to keep you company while you're fishing.
Okay, good. So as long as I'm not a fish, then I don't have to worry about this. Thank God. What is next? I don't know if I could beat that last one. Oh,
Crab spiders.
I totally got this one though.
Crab spiders get their
Easy.
name from their crab shape and the fact that they usually walk sideways. How is this not just a crab then? They're quite
Yeah, I
small,
mean, it
growing
could
up
be.
to 1 inch long, and they mainly prey on pollinators.
Okay,
They
so
love
I'm not that
hunting near
scared of it.
flowers. So you're attracted to the sweet scent of nectar.
Yeah, I love nectar.
Species you're facing is the goldenrod crab spider. But where is it?
Okay. I see it. It's on the right side.
It has the special ability to change
Whoa.
colors between yellow and white.
Okay, so it basically looks like it can mimic the center of a flower where insects would go in order to pollinate or get nectar. And then when they do that, they're like, oh, whoa, look at this. This is another flower. And then bam, they get attacked.
Camouflage with the flowers.
That's
but the
genius.
process can take several days. These changes are triggered based on visual cues, which scientists found out when they blacked out the spider's eyes and it couldn't change color anymore.
Oh, okay, so they have to look at it.
Success rate at hunting though, because they're usually trying to catch flying prey with their bare spider hands.
Ooh, that is kind of tough.
But with no wings, you're an easy kill.
Yeah,
There are so many
dang
unique
it.
crab spider species in
I'm
villages.
so dead.
There are bird poop crab.
What?
There are bird poop crab spiders that both resemble and smell like bird poo.
Are you
They use
kidding
this
me?
ability to lure in prey that like stinky food.
Guys, I mean, most spiders are already kind of disgusting, but the fact that there's a spider that literally evolution has made look like bird poop is so hysterically funny to me. It's a poop spider.
And there's also
Oh.
a species called the ant mimicking crab spider.
Wow, it does look like an ant.
By sticking its front 2 legs up as antennae.
I wonder if this ant could maybe trick other ants into making it believe that, like, it's the queen ant, and then it could become a secret ant spy that runs the entire colony.
stealthily infiltrate ant nests and eat them. Man, ants
That's
have
pretty
it
cool.
rough out here with all these imposters.
Oh gosh, I'm so scared for the next one.
Funnel web spiders.
Okay, this one seems like a Godzilla level spider.
Sydney funnel web, one of the deadliest spiders in the world.
I've
And in
never
my
heard of this
opinion,
one.
One of the scariest looking too.
It's definitely from Australia.
What? They discovered a new species that's deadlier than this guy?
Which one? I don't know. Don't actually tell me. No, I'm good.
Introducing the Newcastle Big Boy. Spanning up to 4 inches long, this guy has even longer fangs and larger venom glands than the Sydney funnel web.
Are you serious?
Great news for you.
No.
Most spiders try to
No,
run
it's
away
not.
when you bother 'em.
Well, yeah, because I'm big and
Funnel
I'm
webs
strong.
stand their ground by rearing up and displaying their fangs.
I don't like
Just
that one
long
bit.
enough to punch right through your fingernail.
Look how big they are.
It's quite expensive for spiders, and most use it sparingly. But when a funnel web bites, it's been known to empty its entire venom tank into you.
Why?
They even stay latched on, biting you repeatedly just to make sure. In the worst case, even a non-bug-sized human could die from a bite within 3 hours. But an anti-venom was created in 1981, and ever since,
Okay,
there have
that's
been no
good.
recorded deaths.
Alright guys, so even if I do get bitten by this very deadly 4-inch spider, I'm not gonna die. Unless I don't get access to the anti-venom, and then I'm gonna slowly and steadily get bit over and over again by this absolutely purgatory level spider.
This one's unrecorded.
I'm just not gonna
Interestingly,
think
their
about
venom
it.
is not very effective against other mammals like rabbits.
Why not?
Or even
Oh,
dogs.
boom, bonked.
Aw, there's a little guy tickling me.
Dogs are immune to everything.
Challenge 8.
Oh, that's a tiny one.
Daddy long legs.
Okay, wait, yeah.
These wiggly boys.
Are these actually spiders?
Long
I
legs,
forget.
also known as the cellar spider, is a very common spider you can find in your home. Like you've probably got one watching you right now.
Yeah, I like to pick them up by the leg because
Span up
they
to
don't do
4
anything.
inches long, but it's like 99% legs and 1% little bean bodies. They hunt by invading other spider webs and stealing prey. Or sometimes
Oh,
they just kill the
scavengers.
spider instead.
But wait, okay, I didn't realize they could do that.
Because they're able to keep their distance with their long legs while wrapping their victims in silk. Like,
Whoa.
how did they hit that?
I don't know, you gotta chop off the legs.
If you manage to get one of its legs, it's able to quickly detach it and get away.
Yeah, wait, can they grow
Also,
back?
This really funny mechanic where they start crazily vibrating in their webs when disturbed. This
I
could
never
be
saw
to make
that.
them appear bigger and more threatening, or to make them vicious.
Ooga booga booga. Ooga booga 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 booga. I'm gonna get you. Okay, so daddy long legs are actually spiders. What the heck was that? Okay, well, they definitely kill ants, right?
The coolest hunting abilities of all spiders. When you
What does it
face
do?
off against him, he doesn't look too tough, but then the next second he's gone. And he's
Oh.
cartwheeling right over you.
It's a
Midair,
ninja
he
spider.
attaches a piece of silk to your
Oh my god.
landing
Oh my god.
gracefully behind you.
I just got
He
slapped.
continues to twirl around you,
What?
wrapping you in silk before you can do anything.
This is literally what Spider-Man does.
Is that in the wild, all of this happens vertically on the side of a tree. Once
okay,
the
that's just
spider's done,
absolutely
it's
insane.
Pretty much a wrap for you. He bites you and sucks out that nutrient soup.
I don't know why I still get creeped out by that because that's what every spider on God's green earth does. It's still creepy.
Brown recluses.
Oh my gosh, these are so
Recluse is
deadly.
most famous for its flesh-melting necrotic venom. But
Oh,
despite
oh,
being
that's
one of
it?
the 4 deadly spider horsemen of the apocalypse, it's probably the most misunderstood spider.
Why?
They get their name because they literally don't want to get in your way. The
that's
spider's
good.
first instinct is to run away. When
Okay.
cornered, they use these quick horizontal movements to avoid being touched.
Can't catch me.
Sometimes they
Can't even see me.
dead. They really
Okay, that's
deserve
kinda
to be
weird.
left alone. If you
So,
keep
what do
bothering
they
them
hunt?
after all that, well, you were asking for it. The venom of the brown recluse contains a special toxin called sphingomyelinase D. which
Oh, it's like
damages the
vitamin D.
membranes of cells it comes in contact with, killing the tissue in a process called necrosis.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
it looks
disgusting.
Like he got you pretty good there.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So if you eventually want to fight that thing, you're dead.
Challenge
Just like me.
11.
What the?
Camel
Camel
spiders
spider?
stand up to 6 inches long.
Does
and
it have
these
2
are
mouths?
Absolutely terrifying.
You're telling me that's real?
Scalpers.
Oh my god!
That a lot of you wanted this as a dog-sized pet.
No!
But despite their name, technically, camel spiders aren't even spiders. They're actually camels. Wait, they aren't
Scorpions?
spiders because they don't produce venom or spin webs. But
Oh,
they
okay.
are arachnids of the order Solifugi. And they have 8 legs, so I'm counting them anyways. They
Okay,
can
yeah.
run at speeds
I'm okay
of
with
up to
that.
10 miles miles per hour.
That's how fast I can go.
They use their giant choppers to tear and grind you apart.
Guys, I don't know if you have ever thought about this, but animals that tiny, that can't fly, they should not be able to go that fast, especially not as fast as like a human. Most tiny little kids cannot run 10 miles an hour. So this baby little spider is able to catch up to a tiny little toddler. That should not be possible.
Their creepy jaw mechanism is super specialized for this.
Uh,
A bad rap for chasing humans in real life, though.
oh yeah, they're
I can see that's
quick.
concerning, but
I would
they're
not like that.
actually trying to attack you.
What do they want?
Apparently, they're just trying
Money?
To get into the shade you create, because
Oh,
deserts
really?
are hot, dude. As
Yeah, I
they
guess
move
that
away
makes
from the
sense.
Scary spider, you're shadowed. Keep chasing you.
No, I'm too hot.
Just stop and be friends with him.
Oh no, that's a terrible idea. Never. I will never stop. I will ride that thing like a spider
Challenge
horse.
12.
Or I guess like a spider camel. Who do we have here?
Sand spiders. The
Oh, these ones are
six-eyed
so good at
sand spider has
camouflaging.
6 eyes.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
They can span up to 4 inches long, and they have quite a unique hunting strategy.
I'm already
They dig a small
terrified.
bucket in the ground and bury themselves in the sand to camouflage. It's actually quite cute. If you ignore the fact that it's waiting to ambush.
It's gonna kill me.
Buried, the spider sits in its little sand bunker and waits.
I can see your eyes.
Well adapted to desert survival with a very slow metabolism, allowing it to stay motionless for weeks without food or water.
I feel like I know some people that basically live the life of this spider. They just wait in bed, get Uber Eats, and that's all they do.
So when you eventually pass close to the spider, it explodes out and
Whoa!
injecting necrotic venom before eating you.
Oh man! Oh!
These spiders are extremely shy, so they rarely bite non-bug-sized humans. But
Okay.
toxicology studies have shown that it potentially has the strongest venom of any spider known to us, like on the same
Are
tier
you
as the Brazilian
serious?
wandering spider and the funnel web.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's a good little piece of information to know.
Bug-sized man. Have
Hi.
you ever wondered what it's like to fight the deadliest beetles in the world?
Not like that.
Well, let's find out. Challenger 1. Rhinoceros beetles.
Oh my
This
goodness.
beetle is the longest beetle in the world, growing up to 7 inches thanks to their massive horns.
Oh,
They
okay.
intimidate their rivals and predators by making a hissing noise. But there's no way that's working on you, right?
It
guess
might.
I'm wrong. Flames is a
I get
great
scared
choice.
pretty easily.
Hercules beetle's actually quite slow on land, as its giant horn makes it difficult to move around.
Okay, guys, I would like to think, and I want you guys to also comment down below what you think about your own strength and capabilities when it comes to fighting these beetles, but I personally think that I could probably beat a rhinoceros beetle. I like to think of it like it's a giant, like a giant lard that can't really move around that fast, because it's a giant bug, and it's going to be kind of confused, A, about why it's so big, and B, it's going to be super slow with its movements because it's so big and it's going to be super stiff. So what I'm thinking I could do is probably run around it, since I'll be fast and tiny and agile, and then I can jump up onto its back and then stab it with my sword in order to win. But yeah, comment down below what you guys would do.
Forgot to mention he can fly.
Oh gosh.
Clumsily, though.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Now you would think that a magnificent horn like this would do a great job at the old stabby. But his horn is actually made of 2 parts, the cephalic horn and the thoracic horn. They're lined with hair and spines, and when he
Oh.
lifts his head up, it creates a secure pinch grip.
Oh
Actually
God.
used to grab you, hoist you into the air, and suplex you into submission.
It's a professional
Beetle
sumo
then
wrestler.
approaches, ready for a snack after all that hard work. Here you go, boy.
What-
You did
wait.
a great job.
Oh, he eats bananas. Okay, cool, we're fine.
Turns out he's not carnivorous. He's just
Yes.
a peaceful beetle who eats fruit and sap, and occasionally beats up other beetles. In front of the ladies, of course.
Yeah, that's how they
Hercules
get the
beetles aren't
ladies.
The only horned beetles that exist. There's elephant beetles, Japanese rhino beetles, atlas beetles, and many, many more. Into the collection you go.
Okay, 1 beetle
Before we
down,
dive
lots
into
to
the
go.
10 other unique beetles on this list, let's learn some beetle lore first. Did you know that the Hercules beetle started off as a slimy grub?
Oh yeah,
Beetle's
a
life
larvae.
cycle has 4 main stages. First, all beetles start off as an egg, which are usually laid near a suitable food source. Second, when the egg hatches, a larva emerges and gets to snacking right away. And not all of them behave the same. The Hercules beetle larva feeds on rotting wood and leaves, but some other larvae are vicious carnivorous predators.
Excuse me?
We'll get to them later. The main goal of the larva is to get as fat as possible, to store enough nutrients and energy for the third stage in the cycle, the pupa stage.
I'm pretty sure that the Hercules, aka the rhinoceros beetle, has the longest pupa stage of all of the different beetles. And it's in its larva for 2 to 3 years, and then it could be in its pupa stage for even longer.
The fat grubber burrows into the soil to form a pupal chamber, where it breaks down and completely reorganizes its body, developing structures like stronger legs, wings, and a harder exoskeleton. And in the fourth and final stage, the fully formed adult beetle breaks out of its pupal case, ready to take on the world.
Pokemon evolution at its finest.
Dame un plátano, perro.
Excuse me?
What? Did you Challenger 2.
Next up.
Tiger
What
beetle.
is that, a tiger beetle?
The fastest running insect in the world. It can reach speeds of up to 5.6 miles per hour, which is about 125 times its body length per second. That's the equivalent of a human running 700 miles per hour.
What?
The speed of a jet.
How is that even possible?
It's also one of the most aggressive beetles, equipped with curved serrated blades for mandibles that are quite large relative to their head.
So I am kind of curious, what makes a beetle, because the rhinoceros beetle and this tiger beetle look way, way different than each other. So I did look it up, and apparently a beetle just has to have hardened front wings, chewing mouth parts, which I feel like every single animal and bug has. It needs a straight line down its back, a complete metamorphosis, which we just learned about, where it goes from the baby egg into the larva to the pupal, and then it hatches into a glorious beetle. And it also needs segmented bodies with at least 6 legs, and probably only 6 legs. So it needs to have the head, the thorax, the abdomen, and then 6 legs, and they usually have 2 antennae that'll pop out of the beetle's face.
But why all this fancy weaponry, you may ask? Well, it's to dismember you limb from limb, of course. Unlike the Hercules beetle, this guy's carnivorous. Oh, I think he saw you.
I'm dead. I think I lose to this beetle. Oh, is that a Breath of the Wild sound effect?
It looks like you might have a chance of survival.
Wait, why? What happened?
The tiger beetle moves too fast for its own brain. There's
what?
Not enough time to process visual inputs.
Are you kidding me?
Temporarily go blind mid-sprint. Oh, he's back now.
Imagine you did that as a human. Imagine after you went on like a full-out sprint, you just had to stay there to buffer. That actually is kind of how I operate. Whenever I fully sprint, I do need a couple seconds to catch my breath and buffer. So I kind of understand this beetle.
Oh, we're wrong again. Apart from their visual processing speed, they're terrible with sharp turns.
Oh.
Looks like you've gotten away.
Wait, I might be able to actually...
Say hello to the tiger beetle larva, and they're just as silent as the adults. Their tactic is to burrow into the ground and wait patiently, and when prey like you stumbles along, they lurch out with lightning speed and grab you with their powerful pincers.
Okay, this is insane how the larva version of this beetle is way different than the actual full-sized adult version. I wonder if this is actually where Pokemon evolutions came from, because it's weirdly similar.
Pulling you inside. The larva has a hump with curved hooks that allows it to anchor itself in the tunnel. So
I do not like that.
Struggle out once it's latched
that is so creepy.
While it's using its mandibles to dismember you and eat
oh my gosh, that's terrible. I like it. I think it's kind of cool. What is that? Was that flames?
Toxic beetles.
Toxic
Next
beetle.
up, we have the second coolest beetle on this list, the Bombardier beetle. And inside its juicy booty is a toxic chemical weapons factory.
Oh no, of course it is.
Inside the beetle's abdomen, one filled with hydroquinone and the other with hydrogen peroxide. When
That
threatened,
sounds
the
disgusting.
beetle squeezes these reservoirs, mixing the chemicals together in a chamber with a bunch of enzymes. The result is a violent exothermic reaction that
Okay, beetles are maybe my new favorite bug of all time. The fact that it has a laboratory inside of its butt is incredibly cool.
heats up to the boiling point of water and builds up a lot of pressure too. The beetle
Seriously?
releases this as a hot, noxious spray that can severely wound or even kill enemies.
It has
But you might
toxic
be
pee!
wondering, why doesn't this explosive beetle butt chemistry make him go? Well, a one-way valve prevents the pressure from going back into the beetle, ensuring
smart.
that it can only leave through one exit, the Bombardier Beetle's butt turret. The weapon is more like a Gatling gun than a flamethrower, and each spray is made up of a series of many rapid pulses per second. This helps the beetle avoid overheating and damaging
What?
it. And unfortunately for you, it stores enough chemicals to repeat this pulsing spray for up to 20 times in a single fight.
So I'm gonna say it's safe to say that I would probably die to this beetle, and basically my entire body would get toxicified.
Beetle's butt turret also has a 270-degree range of motion.
That is
meaning
insane.
It can protect itself from most angles. And if the boiling temperature wasn't unfair enough, one of the products of the reaction is benzoquinone, which is an irritant with a strong, stinky smell. So now you're in physical pain because of the burns and emotional pain because nobody wants to be around you.
That might be my new favorite beetle.
Challenge 4.
Ooh, underwater beetle. Water
Diving
beetle.
The
Ooh,
great
diving beetle.
beetle lives in freshwater ponds and lakes.
Oh, I've seen these all of the time. I grew up with an above ground pool, and you find these all of the time, at least where I used to live. I like to pick them up because they were harmless, and they also like have really good grip. Like, I don't know if you guys can see on their arms or their little legs, they have like these little pincher things that don't really hurt, but they're super, super powerful for gripping onto things. So I remember like putting them on my fingers because I was weird, and then they would be like impossible to get them off. I would be like, hey friend, do you want to get this off? And they would try, and it would be like really weird because it would just like stick to you. And the coolest part is they can also fly.
And they've developed a taste for seafood. Oh, come on, man! They can stay underwater for over 30 minutes using a bubble of air they've trapped under their wing covers as a scuba tank.
Ah,
And
that's
once it's
genius.
depleted, they stick their butt out of the water to replenish it. The beetles are quite agile, thanks to their
They breathe through their
paddle-like hind
butt.
legs, which are lined with long hairs to generate more thrust underwater. They use this speed to chase down prey like small fish and tadpoles. Then with their strong forelimbs and mandibles, they grab and tear them apart, all while
Whoa.
spewing digestive juices.
Wait a second, so are you trying to tell me that this beetle, when it grabbed onto my finger, thought that I was a fish and it was technically trying to eat me? I don't remember that happening.
Ooh, you got him. Ew, that's smelly. As a defense mechanism, the beetle secretes foul-smelling chemicals. This can cause larger fish to puke them out or even paralyze them. You've escaped this time. But you're not safe yet, because diving beetle larvae are even more of a
No! Why are they
These
so
are
crazy?
aggressive hunters, capable of overpowering prey much larger than them, even other adult diving beetles. Once they've pierced their prey, digestive juices are injected through a tube in the mandible, and the liquefied nutrient soup is slept up. This vicious behavior grants them the very cool nickname of water tiger.
So guys, I do have a question for maybe some of you bug experts in the comments section. Can you comment on why sometimes the beetle larvae are bigger than the actual full adult beetle? Is it because they need like more energy, and in order to go from the larvae to the pupal to the adult stage, they need like a bunch of stored up calories in order to go through the metamorphosis? Is that why? Because it's kind of crazy to me that they wouldn't just stay in the larva stage, because it looks like they're bigger, they're more powerful, they're better at hunting than when they're in their full adult beetle stage.
Challenge 5. Indestructible beetles.
What are those?
Diabolical ironclad beetle.
Oh my gosh.
Ironclad because it's covered in almost indestructible armor, and diabolical because the guy who named it must have stubbed his toe on one. This is diabolical. The beetle can take a crushing force of 39,000 times its own body weight.
Are you
That's
kidding
like
me?
Being stepped on by 500 African elephants. And yes,
How can it
they can
withstand
survive
that?
being run over by a car. The diabolical ironclad beetle has sacrificed flight, and instead, its wing covers are permanently fused together to form an impenetrable exoskeleton.
I kind of feel like that's worth it, especially because some beetles are not good at flying. So if I could trade flight for becoming indestructible, and I won't have to worry about getting stepped on or even eaten, then I would totally do that.
It's made up of multiple layers of tough chitin, interlocked in a jigsaw-like pattern that allows them to flex and absorb high impacts efficiently. Ironclad beetles can also live up to 8 years, which is way longer than the typical lifespan of most beetles.
I mean, they live up to their name as being indestructible, even to Father Time.
Basically dumped all of their stat points into defense and HP, the ultimate tank build. So I guess you're not winning this fight. But you're in luck, because this guy ain't winning either. Despite its evil-sounding name, the diabolical ironclad beetle is actually quite docile, and it plays dead whenever it gets threatened. Why don't we call it a draw for now? Although, it's probably playing dead right now for another reason.
Yeah, I think that I would probably also draw against that beetle. Even right now. Like, if I tried to fight that beetle, and I am full size, and that beetle is like the size of my thumb, I can't produce more power than a car running over this thing. So even now, in my normal size, it would still be a draw, which is kind of embarrassing for me. Also, what's going on with that duck?
If you're
that was weird.
The video so far, it would help me a lot if you could hit the like button. Thank you. Goodbye.
I did. Don't worry. I got you, dumb doggo.
Challenge 6. Dung beetles.
Dung beetle!
Stinky little bugs covered in poop all day.
I do.
Right, but don't underestimate them, because they're actually one of the strongest creatures relative to their size.
I heard a fact about dung beetles that I will never forget, and it is that they can roll dung balls 50 times their weight. They can roll a giant ball of turd 50 times their body weight. How crazy is that?
Being able to pull 1,141 times their own body weight. That's like you being able to pull a fully loaded Boeing 737 by yourself.
Yeah, bugs are built different, especially beetles.
Have a super sensitive sense of smell, which is great for finding new piles of poop. Their whole world revolves around it. They eat poop, live in poop, and raise their stinky little lava babies in poop. Different species show different behaviors. Rollers roll the dung ball to a safe spot, bury it. Tunnelers burrow into the dung piles and live in the tunnels underneath, and dwellers literally just live in the dung pile.
Isn't it incredibly cool how on this entire planet there's so many different types of animals and creatures and bugs and there's mushrooms and different things and bacterias, and we all live together harmoniously, except when people are doing bad stuff to the environment. But other than that, all of the animals live together in harmony, and then you got this thing. You got a beetle that eats, lives, and breathes poop. Like, how amazing is that?
Once a roller has captured a ball, they can't be stopped. Literally, the beetle rolls its ball in a straight line no matter the obstacles.
Wait a
If it
second.
gets knocked off course, it gets up on its little poop perch and uses the sun, the moon, or light from the Milky Way galaxy to reorient itself.
Okay, that is incredibly cool. It is an astronomer. It's Sisyphus as an astronomer.
Very aggressive, but they get serious once you threaten to steal their poop ball. It's like
I don't think I want to.
Hill, where the beetle stands on its ball and defends it against the other
It's my poop! Back up!
Unfortunately, the dung beetle's love of poop is also their greatest weakness. Their
Wait, why?
predator, the burrowing owl, purposely collects poop from other animals
No.
and places it around their burrows as bait.
Are you kidding me?
For an all-you-can-eat beetle.
That just goes into my point of how amazing planet Earth is. Not only is there the dung beetle that lives, eats, and breathes poop, there is an owl that learned this and then picks up the poop, puts it near its house, and then just waits for the beetles to come.
Buffet.
Insane. I could probably beat it in a fight, though. All I gotta do is just set a trap with some poop. What is that? Okay, that is too big.
Beetles.
Nah, I'm
Titan
good.
beetle is the biggest beetle in the world.
Whoa.
Don't look at that guy. His horn doesn't count. Anyways, Titan beetles can grow up to 6.5 inches long. And
Okay,
their
that's
large
too big for a
mandibles
beetle.
produce enough force to snap
Nah.
a pencil in half.
That beetle is gonna
Of course,
beat me
they
up.
have no problem cutting into human flesh too.
Well, why?
These
Why
guys
is that?
eat to get this big? Well, actually, nothing. Adult Titan beetles don't eat. In fact, they don't
What?
even have digestive enzymes.
Wait, what?
It's speculated that as larvae, they store enough energy to last their entire adult stage of life.
Okay, so that does lead into my theory that I'm thinking now might be fact, that the larva stage is meant for getting as much food and probably mass as possible, and then when it turns into an adult, it doesn't really have to worry about that as much.
And I say speculate because Titan beetle larvae have never been found in the wild. And
What?
none have been bred in captivity either.
Wait,
we
how
don't
not?
even know what they look like. Adult Titan beetles only live
I don't
for
wanna
a few
know.
weeks before they burn through all their energy supplies. So to beat these guys in a fight, all you have to do is evade them until they
Oh.
eventually flop over and die.
Okay, maybe I could do that then.
I won.
Okay, I'll beat it
won.
by way of running. People are not gonna be too excited. Oh no, please don't be a rhino beetle.
There's
What a-
actually another contender for biggest beetle if you go by sheer weight.
What
The
are we
Goliath
talking about?
beetle.
Of
They
course
come in
there
at a
is.
whopping 50 grams, and the larva
What?
is chunkier,
Ew.
weighing 100 grams.
No.
Luckily, both of these guys aren't carnivorous, so as long as you're not trying to steal their food or their mates, they're pretty
Okay.
docile. And you
Okay,
can
stay away
escape
from the
without
food
a
and the mate.
Can't
Got
say
it.
the same about the next one though.
Next
Challenger
up, we
8.
have tiger beetle.
Epomus beetles. To
Oh,
the filthy casual, the Epomus beetle might look like any other regular beetle, but
Yeah,
you
kind
should
of.
know better by now.
why?
Actually, I'll let you take a break for this one.
Is it poisonous?
I have another victim in mind.
Wh-
You see,
what
throughout
is that?
beetle history, there's been one slimy predator that has terrorized every bug in existence. A relentless, bottomless bug vacuum. The
Frog.
Now we're about to see the predator become prey.
Wait a second, this thing eats
This
frogs?
tale of revenge begins as a tiny larva. In the presence of a frog, the Epomus larva acts all weak and helpless. wiggling
Oh,
its
no.
antenna around pathetically.
Eat me!
Don't eat me! Vivian is baited into thinking it's an easy meal, and it'll
Idiot.
let its guard down and
You
lunges.
fool!
And
You're
that's
so
the
dumb.
last mistake this frog will ever make. The larva dodges and immediately
What?
counterattacks by sinking its creepy double-hooked mandibles deep into the frog's slimy flesh.
That's actually incredible because I'm sure you guys have seen slow-mo videos of frogs like spewing their tongue at bugs to try to capture them, and it goes fast. Like if you blink, you're gonna miss it. So the fact that this thing has the reflexes and the agility to be able to dodge that, this thing must be insanely fast. And for those reasons, I don't think I'm gonna beat it in a fight.
There's no chance for the frog to struggle free as the larva
Whoa.
slowly slurps up its body fluids,
Wha-
eating
Ew.
it completely. Even if
What?
the frog managed to swallow the larva, it's been known to
It's-
latch on from the inside.
So it's a
usually
juice
causing
box.
it to be violently regurgitated. And
Wow.
ready to attack the frog again.
Oh my
Once the
goodness.
larva transforms into an adult, it doesn't even bother with the bait and switch playstyle anymore. Instead, it relentlessly hunts the frog down and latches onto its back. And
Okay,
then,
that is
using its
wild.
mandibles like scissors, it cuts through the muscles and tendons of the hind legs,
What?
enabling the
No!
frog's ability to jump and escape. Then
What?
it can take its sweet leisurely time to eat the frog alive. In my opinion, this is the coolest beetle on the list. But get back in there.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
not
that's the
deadly beetles
deadliest
stuff.
beetle on the list. If a beetle can beat a frog, that beetle is the best. Who dat?
Stag beetles. Stag
Oh.
beetles are most notable for their giant pinchy mandibles.
They look so
come in
cool.
all different shapes and sizes. The largest of them is the giraffe stag beetle, with long serrated mandibles that are quite scary. When challenged, the first thing a stag beetle does is intimidate its opponent.
I'm starting to realize that a lot of beetles are named after animals in the animal kingdom, like giraffe, rhino, dung.
By rearing up onto
Okay,
its
maybe not that
forelegs
one.
and spreading its jaws. If the opponent doesn't
Tiger
knock down,
beetle.
then the fight begins. I think you can probably guess what's gonna happen next, though. Watch out, watch out, watch out! Just like Hercules beetles, stag beetles aren't carnivorous, so it just leaves you alone after it's broken your back. But it must
Oh,
be quite
thanks.
hard to get to food when you're blocked by these things all the time. Another stag beetle species known as Darwin's beetle is famous for their treetop battles during mating season. While fighting
Whoa.
for a mate, they use their mandibles to hook onto their opponent's wing covers for leverage. to keep
Okay.
them off the tree.
Beetle battles are so much fun.
In reality, though, the stag beetle's jaws look a lot worse than they actually are. They can only pinch and not bite,
Oh,
so they're not
that's
actually
good.
that painful.
So a lot of beetles, from what we're learning, their big mandibles are mainly just for grabbing, picking up, and then throwing other beetles or whatever it is that they're up against off of some high area.
Challenger 10. Imposter beetles.
Wait,
This
ladybugs?
beetle looks kinda cute
Nope.
with its fluffy antenna and chunky build, but don't
Ladybugs are beetles, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that. I mean, they're bugs, but they're actually tiny baby beetles.
be fooled. They're the most devious critters on this list. It all starts when the antness beetle comes across a worker ant. Oh, come on. The beetle secretes pheromones, which the ants go crazy for. And at the same time, they also use an acoustic mechanism to imitate the sounds of a queen ant.
Whoa.
It smells like an ant, it sounds like an ant, but it sure doesn't look like an ant. Must be an ant.
What?
Beetle waltzes right into the ant nest, where it's treated like royalty.
Are you
Gets
kidding
a
me?
free spa day as it receives plenty of grooming from the worker ant.
Okay, if I had to become any beetle, which I know is not the point of today's video, but if I had to, it would be this one. It would either be this one or probably the dung beetle.
It gets free babysitters as the ants feed and care for all the eggs the beetle lays.
No way.
It also gets plenty of free meals, as the beetle repays all the ants' kindness by eating them instead.
I mean, yeah, that's what they get for being so dumb.
Somebody keeps eating all our eggs. Who do you think it is?
I don't know. I guess there is one thing the ants get out of this deal, though. If a predator or ants from another colony try to invade, the beetle whips out its explosive butt spray to defend the nest.
That's pretty
Similar
good.
to the bombardier beetle.
Wouldn't the ants, I mean, I know that ants are not very smart when it comes to maybe noticing things like that, but if I was an ant and I saw my queen ant start shooting people with explosive turds, I might start asking some questions.
Challenger 11.
What do we got next?
Lister beetles.
A
Our
lister
final
beetle.
challenger. Why don't you
Hello.
get in the pack?
I'm good, actually.
You bite.
Oh, okay then.
I feel like he will bite. Did I just get a
Looks like you're gonna
rash?
Take Nature 101. If it's got bright spots, don't touch it. Blister
Yeah.
beetles produce a toxic chemical in their bug blood called cantharidin, which causes
Ew.
painful welts and blisters to form all over your
They
skin upon contact.
ooze
Many
chemicals.
species are aposematic, meaning they have bright colors on them to deter predators. Nice of them to warn you, but not all of them though.
What's up with that
Blisters
one?
form after an hour or so, and in most cases heal in about a week. But if you decide to crush the beetles up into a powder and eat them that way instead, you'd feel severe stomach pain and nausea, followed by
Another fun fact about these beetles is that the toxic thing that they produce is actually used in some medicines, which is kind of cool.
blisters in your mouth and throat. Depending on how many you ate, in a few hours you might have kidney damage and you could even die from organ failure. How did
From
people
one
find this
beetle?
out? Well, it's said that the ancient Romans and Greeks thought it was an aphrodisiac because
Oh,
apparently being
no.
on the brink of organ failure felt like arousal to them.
Oh,
Modern world, however, blister
What?
beetles are huge pests. They eat the leaves off of crops like potatoes and tomatoes, and even worse, they can get into the food source of livestock, like hay for horses. Who do you think would win? One horse or a couple of stinky beetles? Well,
Beetles.
ingesting just 4 grams of blister beetles can actually be fatal for the horse. I guess technically there was no winner in that.
that must be so scary because I swear these beetles are probably everywhere and they eat the hay of the horses that the horses are supposed to be eating. So you probably have hay bales filled with these beetles that are toxic.
Apart from the chemical defenses, blister beetles don't have much going for them. They've got small mandibles that aren't very good at fighting, and their exoskeleton is pretty weak. Maybe this is a fight you can actually win.
Really?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I could probably win,
Maybe not.
but I might die trying.
Collection's finally complete. Now,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Those are all of the beetles that you could try fighting. Comment down below which ones you would beat in a fight, and also click right here to learn more things.